Welcome to Chinese Novel Audiobook. Chapter 81. For the sake of the common people, I have to be greedy. Knowing that Mo Rushwang had woken up, she rushed over to see her. Miss Rushwang, are you feeling better? Lin Beifan looked at Mo Rushwang, who was still lying on the bed, and asked with concern. It's much better, thank you young Master Lin for your help. Mo Rushwang gritted his teeth. Lin Beifan felt very puzzled. Why would the other party look at him with those 3-point sorrow, 3-point shyness, and 4-point anger? It's not like a grateful look at all. Lin Beifan murmured in his heart, women are really inexplicable animals. It's good. Lin Beifan smiled and said, Miss Rushwang, your condition is very serious. It may take a week to walk, and a month to recover. Take a good rest, and I won't disturb you. Quote. After saying that, he turned his head and left. Wait, Mo Rushwang called out. Lin Beifan turned his head and walked back. Miss Rushwang, is there anything else? Young Master Lin, don't you have anything to ask? Are you talking about pretending to be night warrior and being hunted down by the authorities? Lin Beifan said. Mo Rushwang was a little surprised. How do you know I'm pretending? It's easy to deduce. Lin Beifan laughed. First, Yi Sha used his own money to distribute money, so it didn't cause trouble. And you used the money of court officials to distribute money, that's why he was besieged by the imperial court. Mo Rushwang's face became a little more unnatural. Secondly, according to others, when the real Yexia scatters their wealth, they come and go without a trace, and no one can see their shadow. But you have been chased by the government and have nowhere to go. No way. It shows that your Qinggong is not as good as a real night warrior. Mo Rushwang nodded in shame. The third and most crucial point. Lin Beifan smiled and said, before, we met outside the city. When you asked me for directions, it was the first time you came to the capital. How could such a person be a night warrior? Young Master Lin is absolutely right. Mo Rushwang nodded. Lin Beifan smiled slightly. Hart said, and the most important point, I am the real night warrior, the others are all fakes. Since young Master Lin knows what I have committed, why didn't you send me to the government? As far as I know, you are still the new champion of the court, and you are with them. Mo Rushwang asked again. There are 3 reasons. Lin Beifan said with a smile. First, we have met once after all, and meeting is fate. Since we have fate, and seeing you in trouble, I will naturally not stand by and watch if I have the chance. Second, you are pretending to be a night warrior to disperse money, and you are talking about more righteous things. I personally still admire your conduct very much, so if you can help me, I will help me. Thirdly, all you stole is the money of my political enemies. I am very happy to see them suffer losses. As the saying goes, the enemy of the enemy is my friend, and I am naturally willing to help you. Seeing that Mo Rushwang was about to speak again, Lin Beifan hurriedly said, okay, don't ask so much, the most important thing for you now is to rest. Don't worry, I'm very safe here, no one can do anything to you. Then he patted his head. By the way, I forgot to tell you a good news. Your junior brother has not been caught by the government, but I don't know the other circumstances. Thank you, young Master Lin. Mo Rushwang nodded slightly. Lin Beifan ordered 2 more words and left. Looking at the figure of the other party leaving, Mo Rushwang's eyes became complicated. Is he really a corrupt official that everyone hates? Just now, when she saw the bright and pure smiling face of the other party, she actually felt a touch of heartbeat. Shaking his head slightly, he sighed inwardly. Forget it, don't think about it too much. The most important thing right now is to heal the injury before doing other things. I don't know how the younger brother is now. I couldn't help but worry. At this time, in a broken temple in the capital, there was a nest of beggars living inside, making a fuss and fuss. An old beggar suddenly shouted, Little handsome, come here. I'll give you Uncle Lou a squeeze on your back and your feet. A little beggar ran over immediately. Okay, I'll be right here. After a while, another old beggar shouted, Little handsome, come here. Help me wash my trousers and give you a meal. The little beggar ran over. Okay, thank you Brother Wang. After a while, the third old beggar exclaimed, Little handsome, you look so beautiful, take off your pants quickly, let lousy cool. Little beggar. The scene burst into laughter. Old Wangtu, you can't stand it anymore. You animal, hungry for food. Don't do this, it will frighten people, what if you run away? Ha ha. Come here secretly later. The little beggar's face was full of shame and anger, and he had to accompany him to laugh. It is difficult to control the emotions, and the sadness comes from it. I can't think that my Tiananmen contemporary Tianzhou, Xiaoshuai Guo, will one day be reduced to this. This person is the Guo Xiaoshuai who escaped from the government. In order to avoid the government's pursuit, he had to disguise himself as a beggar and sneak into the beggar's den. They eat leftovers, drink ditch water, and sometimes compete with dogs for food. Because he is a newcomer among beggars, he has no money, no status, and no human rights, so he is often yelled at by other old beggars, and I let him do all the hard work. Rubbing their feet and pinching their backs, squeezing the abscesses on their backs, and sometimes even helping them wash clothes they haven't changed for months. Some beggars don't look right at him. It made him dare not sleep too deeply at night. I am afraid that if I get up early in the morning, my name will not be guaranteed, and my innocence will not be there. My life, why is it so bitter? Guo Xiaoshuai sighed again, but his eyes soon firmed up. It's nothing. If you endure hardships, you will be the best. At least, I still have a life, and if there is life, there is hope. I just don't know. How is your sister? I couldn't help but worry. At the beginning, his senior sister Mo Rushwang helped him lead away a large number of chasing troops, and also led away the innate powerhouses, which was very dangerous, and there is no news at all until now. Senior sister, where are you? Xiaoshuai misses you. In the forest house. Mo Rushwang has decided to recuperate at the Lin mansion with peace of mind. However, she soon discovered that it was too comfortable to recuperate here. Not to mention the living environment, but to talk about the daily diet, it has already made him 10 points. Every day, there are big fish, big meat, and delicacies from mountains and seas, which are even better and more delicious than what she had ever eaten at Wang Yi. According to the servants of the prince, it is not so extravagant usually. Only when the distinguished guests come, the king orders people to cook a good meal and entertain the distinguished guests. But here, it is like this every day. As for clothing, it is even more luxurious. All she wears is silk and satin, which is changed every day without repetition. Because there are too many colors of silk and satin, they made a few quilts extravagantly. Like what she's wearing, that's it. Not only the master, but even the only 2 servants, who also wore silk and satin, and ate big fish and meat, and they looked radiant. Mo Rushwang felt ashamed, and quickly said, "It's too much trouble everyone. We met by chance, you not only saved me, but also fed me so well." Rushwang felt very ashamed. "Giving me some rough tea is enough." Lin Beifan blinked. "Miss Rushwang, but our family is poor and only these things are left, there is nothing else. If you want to eat cheap food, we have to go out and spend money to buy it. You can eat it as soon as you can." Mo Rushwang. About to eat. There is a saying in my heart that mom sells batches, I don't know if I should say it or not. Yeah, Rushwang. These are all sent from the palace. There are a lot of them every day. If you don't eat them, you will waste them. These things are very nourishing. If you eat more, you will be able to heal your injuries. Li Shishi persuaded earnestly. Okay, I eat. Mo Rushwang nodded, picked up the bowl and chopsticks, and ate slowly. Seeing Mo Rushwang's slow-moving appearance, he thought that the other party disliked him, but he had to eat the face of taking care of the 2. Lin Beifan said distressedly, "Miss Rushwang, I have wronged you." Mo Rushwang gave Lin Beifan a white look. "Hard road. Don't feel wronged, give me another bowl." She accepted Lin Beifan's kindness when it came to eating and drinking, but she never dared to accept it when it came to dressing for daily use. These clothes are too expensive. And these utensils are also very precious. Little girl, village girl, if it is damaged, it will be bad. Can you replace it with ordinary ones for me? At the insistent request of the other party, Lin Beifan took her to the clothes room and the grocery room. This is the place where my family hides clothes. You can choose which one you like. This is where my house stores daily utensils. Use whichever you want. Mo Rushwang looked at the room full of brocade clothes and robes, and looked at the rare art objects in another room. Silently bowed his head. I'll still use the original. Lin Beifan smiled happily. Thank you Miss Rushwang for understanding. Mo Rushwang. I don't know why. Mo Rushwang looked at Lin Beifan's smiling face, and felt that his face was disgusting. I feel that the other party is doing it on purpose, and I want to slam 2 punches hard. In this way, Mo Rushwang was completely rotten, and every day he was full of guilt, eating delicacies from the mountains and seas, and wearing silk satin to heal his wounds. I don't know how junior brother is doing now. Are you eating well? Are you wearing warm clothes? At this time, in the broken temple, a leading old beggar suddenly rushed in and said loudly, "Brothers, the time is up. Today, I must use all my strength to beat them to the point of crying. Look at you." Okay. Everyone cheered in unison, very excited. The little beggar Guo Xiaoshuai woke up in a daze and asked inexplicably, "What is this doing?" A beggar said excitedly, "You just arrived, you don't understand. Several groups of beggars around us have a fight every week. As long as you win, you can get the ownership of a piece of treasure land, and you can eat and drink spicy food." Really? Guo Xiaoshuai became energetic. "Although I have temporarily become a beggar and have to compromise, but I have the opportunity to eat and drink well, why not do it? Of course it's true. What are you trying to deceive you? You're a young man with a lot of strength. You'll have to work harder for me later. Don't be lazy, you know." "No problem." Guo Xiaoshuai was confident. He is a martial artist, isn't it easy to clean up a group of beggars? Even if he is seriously injured, he is still invincible. 10. Chapter 82 I an amp. Number 039. Vd won so much for the country, can an amp, number 039, ti enjoy it well. So that day, Guo Xiaoshuai used the strength of the flood to kill the quartet. He led his nest of beggars, defeated beggars in other places, and won the ownership of the treasured land. Everyone is very happy. "Little handsome, this is yours. I didn't expect you to look white and tender, fighting so fiercely. You have done a great job, and I will let you choose first when the food is distributed. Guaranteed to make you eat well." Guo Xiaoshuai couldn't wait to hear what he said. "Brothers, what place are you talking about, and what is there to eat? Will I be able to enjoy it later? I tell you, this thing is really delicious. I have eaten it once, and I will never forget it in my life. It's so delicious, many rich lords have no chance to eat it. All in all, your boy is blessed today. Ha ha. Guo Xiaoshuai is looking forward to it more and more. Before they knew it, they happily came to the back door of a mansion. An old beggar patted Guo Xiaoshuai on the shoulder happily and said with a smile, "This is what I'm talking about. When it's time to eat, there are a lot of leftovers in it. The taste is really guaranteed to eat once and forget about it. No. Yeah, I've been begging in the homes of dignitaries and nobles in the capital, and I've eaten all their meals. But if you want to say the best food, it has to be this one." Another beggar said, licking after he finished speaking, licked his lips. "Because of this place has become a must for beggars." Really? Guo Xiaoshuai became more and more looking forward to what he was told, and asked again, "What is here? What delicious food is there? Can you tell me about it?" "Of course there is no problem." The old beggar said with a smile, "I tell you, this is the residence of the new champion Lin Beifan. Lin Beifan, the champion of the new division, is very favored by the queen, and people from the imperial kitchen bring fresh top-quality ingredients over every day. Due to their small number of people, a lot of things can't be eaten and can only be poured out, which is cheaper for us. We are also indirect, we ate the dishes from the imperial kitchen. We will eat what the emperor eats. Many dignitaries can't enjoy it. Ha ha. At this point, Guo Xiaoshuai was already stunned. "What did you say? You said this is the home of Lin Beifan, the champion of the new division. And what we want to eat is the leftovers from his family." The old beggar patted Guo Xiaoshuai on the shoulder. "Yes. Are you excited or happy?" Guo Xiaoshuai. "Excited shit. Happy ass. I had known that it was Lin Beifan, the dog official's leftovers, that he was fighting, so he quit. He is a contemporary Tianzhao of Tiananmen and Guo Xiaosha, who is famous in all corners of the world. His lifelong mission is to eliminate violence and safety, and kill corrupt officials. As a result, today, I came to fight for the leftovers of this dog official, Lin Beifan. Eat his crap. It's spread out, what's the face?" At that time, his face darkened, and he wanted to turn his head and leave. But at this moment, the back door opened. He came out with a big bucket full of leftovers. The eyes of the beggars suddenly lit up, and they rushed over, and Guo Xiaoshuai, who was about to leave, was wrapped up and moved forward. "Wow, came out so early today. There are so many dishes left, today I have a good time, ha ha. I can smell the fragrance from far away. Today is really cool. He shouted vigorously, "You eat and eat, but don't get dirty here, so I don't have to go back and wash it again. Dolly, don't worry, we will definitely give you a clean meal." Nodding vigorously, he walked back into the house and closed the door. After vigorously leaving, the beggars went crazy and couldn't wait to put their hands into the trash can to grab food. Wait, everyone, don't worry. It was Xiaoshuai who led us to defeat the other beggars. He did the most credit, so let Xiaoshuai be picky eaters first. The old beggar shouted loudly. The old beggar was very authoritative. After speaking, everyone stopped and looked at Guo Xiaoshuai. Little handsome, you eat first, we eat after you eat. Guo Xiaoshuai shook his head. I won't eat it, you can eat it. If you don't eat it, how can I be embarrassed to eat it? Guo Xiaoshuai shook his head again. Don't bother me, I won't eat it. Stop messing around, eat quickly, we'll be waiting for you. Guo Xiaoshuai held his head high, his face was firm, and he said loudly, I tell you, I have stood tall and upright all my life. Even if I die, I will never take a bite of this dog official Lin Beifan. Give me something to eat. A chicken leg suddenly found Guo Xiaoshuai's mouth. Guo Xiaoshuai couldn't help chewing twice. The beggars asked eagerly, how does it taste? Oh my god, it's so delicious. Guo Xiaoshuai was intoxicated while chewing hard. It's soft and delicious, fragrant, and your mouth is full of oil when you bite it. It's delicious. I've never eaten such a fragrant chicken leg in my life. I told you, I want this chicken, and none of you want to grab it from me. The beggars were overjoyed. Good luck. So, let all the chicken come out and let Guo Xiaoshuai eat it. Guo Xiaoshuai took one bite, and wants to eat the second one. After the second bite, I want to eat the third one. After the third bite, I still want to eat the fourth bite. Just can't stop. After eating, Guo Xiaoshuai felt so good, and he closed himself. Facing the wall, tears of remorse shed in my heart. I didn't expect that one day, Mr. Guo Xiaoshuai would fight for the leftovers of the dog official Lin Beifan. And it was so delicious, so refreshing, a shame. Xiaoshuai Guo, turned out to be the person I hate the most. However, it was just an accident. Guo Xiaoshuai opened his eyes and his face became firm. From tomorrow onwards, I must resist Lin Beifan's temptation. No matter what leftovers he throws, I can't give in. You can't be promiscuous with wealth and honor, and be an upright man. At this time, a cry came from a distance, Little handsome, are you still eating chicken tomorrow? Guo Xiaoshuai blurted out, eat duck tomorrow, thank you. Okay, I'll keep the duck meat for you tomorrow. Guo Xiaoshuai. The other side. Because of the good food and drink in Lin Beifan's house, the nutrition of Mo Rushwang is 10 points, so Mo Rushwang's injury has recovered very well. It is impossible to hide one more person in the family, so Mo Rushwang was discovered by the little princess who often eats and drinks. However, this little girl's thinking is unusual. Thinking that what the other party did was chivalrous, not only did he not report it, but he also brought a good wound medicine from home. As a result, Mo Rushwang recovered faster and was able to walk on the ground. Everyone here treats her very well, and Mo Rushwang feels the long-lost warmth and is very nostalgic. Especially a certain person, who is handsome in appearance, knowledgeable and well-versed, and who is very caring for her, leaving an indelible mark in her heart. But when she thought that the other party was the corrupt official she hated the most, or a traitor, she felt sad. So one day, she came to the study, looked at Lin Beifan who was writing, and couldn't help asking, Master Lin, when I came to the capital, people outside were saying that you are a huge greedy for countless money. Quote. Lin Beifan looked up at her with calm eyes, is there such a thing, is there any problem? Why be so greedy? Mo Rushwang took a step closer, looked at Lin Beifan's clear eyes, and said earnestly, you have received the grace of Her Majesty the Empress, you have been promoted to officials and nobles, and you can enjoy endless wealth. What do you do with so much money? You know, the things you greed for are the fat of the people. The more you greedy, the more the people suffer. You said that I was greedy for money, but whose money was I greedy for? Lin Beifan asked rhetorically. Once the Minister of Household Minister Zhuo Shangquan's money, the money of all the officials, and the money of the students of the Gujijian. Mo Rushwang said. You have said it yourself. I stole money from Zhuo Shangquan, officials, and students from Gujijian. What does it have to do with the common people? When did I ever embezzle a penny from the common people? Lin Beifan asked back. This. Mo Rushwang was stunned. Thinking about it carefully, the other party doesn't seem to be greedy for a penny from the common people. All he embezzles is the money of corrupt officials, or the money of people who are related to corrupt officials. For the common people, it seems that the autumn is not guilty. But it's not right to be greedy for money. Her voice was a little weaker. What's wrong? Lin Beifan asked again. The whole court is greedy, why can't I? They are not greedy, do I have the opportunity to be greedy? I am not greedy, should I leave it to others to be greedy? In that case, why don't I pretend to be myself? Pocket. Could it be that it's all cheap for those corrupt officials? Lin Beifan forced him to ask. Let them eat well, drink well, sleep well, and then continue to cut a knife on the common people energetically, is this right? This. Mo Rushuang was refuted again and was speechless. Thinking about it carefully, it seems that the other party is very reasonable. The whole court is greedy, why can't he? They are not greedy, did they have a chance? I am not greedy, should I leave it to others to be greedy? Let them eat well, drink well, sleep well, and then cut a knife on the common people energetically. So, why don't I put it in my own one pocket? Mo Rushuang's heart received a huge shock. I feel that the outlook on life, morality, and world outlook that I have always upheld has been hit in a mess. So, I have to be greedy. For the sake of the common people, I don't want to be greedy, but I have to be greedy. Lin Beifan shook his head. At least, compared with them, this official is already upright and honest, and he did not take a penny from the common people. This official is worthy of his conscience. Mo Rushuang opened her mouth, speechless. There was silence for a moment. Mo Rushuang asked, but young Master Lin, why did you betray your country? When did I betray my country? Lin Beifan asked, looking up. Just before, the envoys of the Luo kingdom came to Beijing to discuss compensation matters. Mo Rushuang said, I heard from others that you received the benefits of the envoys of the Luo kingdom, argued in the court, and finally wrote off the negotiated compensation of more than 30,000 yuan. It also opened the trade ports to promote Luo, the development of commerce and trade in the country. There are also sending scholars to go to Doro to open a school, preach and teach. These conditions are harmless to me, and harmless to Doro Bailey. Mo Rushuang was a little excited and asked loudly, Young Master Lin, are you worthy of His Majesty's favor, are you worthy of the people of Don? Are you worthy of the soldiers who died in the frontier? Chapter 83 I understand your difficulties, I will not discriminate against you. Of course this officer is worthy of it. Lin Beifan smiled softly. In this world, there is no one more worthy of your majesty, the people of Li Min, and the soldiers who died in the frontier than me. Mo Rushuang looked at Lin Beifan in shock. Never thought that such words would come out of his mouth. You have betrayed your country, how are you still worthy? As Lin Beifan wrote, he said, this official asks you, how much is the compensation of 30,000 yuan per year for Luo Kingdom? More. Mo Rushuang nodded without hesitation. As far as I know, Luo Kingdom is only a small country in the side of the Great Wu dynasty, with barren land, scarce resources, and a population of more than 10 million. The annual revenue from the treasury is only 80,000 taels of silver. If there is a famine year, this income will be reduced. The compensation of 30,000 yuan has already taken up half of the treasury income. Lin Beifan nodded. It seems that you are not so ignorant. Then this official asks you again, with an annual compensation of 30,000 yuan, how do you think the Doro Association will raise this huge sum? Mo Rushuang said without hesitation, first, allocate funds from the national treasury. If the silver taels are not enough, collect them from the private sector through taxes, charges, etc. to make up the money. Lin Beifan asked, I will ask you again, are the people of Luo suffering? Mo Rushuang nodded, naturally bitter. Their conditions are so bad that it is difficult to even farm. My Dao people can barely solve the problem of eating by farming, but they can only rely on the sky to eat. Lin Beifan asked, if there is an increase of 30,000 every year, do you think it is hard or not? Mo Rushuang nodded again, it will only be more bitter, and may not survive. Lin Beifan asked 3 times, if it were you, what would you do if you couldn't survive 23? Mo Rushuang did not hesitate, of course it is resistance. At this moment, Mo Rushuang was stunned. Lin Beifan smiled slightly, look at you, if you can't survive, you will resist, let alone the people of Luo. If they want to resist, who will they fight? Of course, it is the great warrior who burdens them with huge burdens and destroys their hopes for life. Quote. Mo Rushuang said nothing. So, this indemnity is actually a gauntlet. Lin Beifan sighed. The people of the Luo country can't take it anymore. they will definitely rise up and ask our Dao to settle accounts. In the border areas, there will definitely be another war. It is estimated that this time will not exceed 3 years. The peace we exchanged for 100,000 soldiers. This hard-won peace was destroyed for the mere 30,000 taels a year. Do you think it's worth it? It's not worth it. Mo Rushuang's voice became weak. Of course it's not worth it, and it's very worthless. To launch a national war, the material and silver taels consumed will definitely reach tens of millions. This is still a visible loss of profit, and what is invisible behind it will be even greater and have far-reaching effects. And the number of people who sacrificed is in tens of thousands. Countless families have been destroyed, and countless people have been displaced. It will also cause national turmoil, social instability, and affect the people's clothing, food, housing, and transportation in all aspects. Dawu is already chaotic enough, it can't be more chaotic. Lin Beifan shook his head. So, it's not worth fighting a battle. That's why this official did everything he could to abolish this indemnity at all costs. It's for His Majesty, for the sake of the country's society, and for the people of Li minimum people. This officer asks you, am I wrong? You're not wrong. You're doing the right thing. Mo Rushuang bowed her head in shame. Well, you finally said something human. Mo Rushuang. After thinking for a while, he asked, but why did you set up a trading port to allow businessmen from both countries to do business? My Dao also sent scholars to preach and teach them. Isn't this equivalent to enhancing their national strength? After they become stronger, what if they beat us back? You are only one of them, I don't know the other. Lin Beifan shook his head. The trade between the two countries is beneficial to both countries, and it is even more beneficial to the country of Doro. Because they have people, but they lack a lot of materials, we can exchange materials for their labor. Simply put, we give him food, silver taels, and everything they need, but they have to work for us, and they have to work hard. In this way, the people of Deluo country are all put on work. Do they still have the energy to fight? Moreover, after obtaining the materials from my Dao, life is good, the people live and work in peace. Do they still want to fight? Once the war begins, their lives will be beaten back to the past. Do you think they will still be willing? Mu Rushuang shook her head. They absolutely don't want to. That's right. As for preaching and teaching, just to educate them about the etiquette of Confucius and Mencius, the way of saints, and let everyone know the truth. When there is a conflict like this, everyone can sit at the negotiating table and reason, but use fists. Lin Beifan spread out his hands. Look, this official put forward such conditions to avoid wars for decades or even hundreds of years in the future. It is equivalent to saving tens of millions of families and the people of Lebanon, and for the sake of the two countries. The long-term peace has laid a solid foundation and created favorable conditions for the long-term stability of the Dao dynasty. You said, is this official wrong? You're right. Mo Rushuang bowed his head again in shame. Since it's all right, where does the traitor begin? Lin Beifan shouted. Mo Rushuang panicked. I always listen to what the people say. Lin Beifan said disdainfully, the vast majority of the common people are short-sighted and narrow-minded. They only focus on immediate interests and do not consider long-term interests, so they are not enough. If I really betrayed the country, wouldn't the civil and military affairs of the Manchu dynasty see it? Wouldn't Her Majesty the Empress see it? You are the smartest group of people in the world, and the long-term stability of the country cannot be separated from them. They are not against it. Why not? I can't think about it. Why don't they oppose it? Wouldn't the entire court be stupid along with it? Yeah, you're right, Mo Rushuang said angrily. So, when you encounter this kind of thing in the future, you must think about it carefully. If you can't figure it out, you can ask more knowledgeable people. Don't follow what others say, or you won't know if you are sold. However, it seems that you also took the money from the envoys of Doro. What's this? Lin Beifan was excited. I have paid so much for His Majesty, I have paid so much for Dao, and I have paid so much for the people of Li Min, so I can't enjoy it properly. Mo Rushuang shrank his head in a guilty conscience. Lin Beifan continued to be excited. Look at me again, I have done so many good deeds, and in the end I have to bear so much infamy. Do you think I am suffering or not? If I don't compensate myself with a little benefit, what's the point of God? It's fair. Where? Mo Rushuang was scolded by the dog's blood nozzle. Feeling ashamed in my heart, I can't wait to dig a hole and get in. In the end, the only option was to escape. Young Master Lin, I know I was wrong, I'm sorry. What a disturbance just now, I went back to my room to rest. Seeing the other side running away, Lin Beifan chuckled, small sample. You are much easier to deal with than those old foxes in the imperial court. He lowered his head and continued to practice writing. Soon after, Li Shishi came over with a cup of bird's nest with a smile. Master, the bird's nest is here. Drink the bird's nest first, and then write. Okay. Lin Beifan nodded, put down the brush, walked over, sat down against Li Shishi, scooped up the bird's nest and took a sip. Slightly frowned. It doesn't taste right. You didn't cook it, nor did Xiao Kui cook it. This is indeed not made by the concubine and Xiao Kui, but by Miss Rushwang. Li Shishi said with a smile. I know everything about you, and she feels sorry for her, so she specially cooked bird's nest to apologize to you. Yeah. Lin Beifan nodded and continued to drink bird's nest. Li Shishi smiled and said, Husband, you have a large number of adults, so don't blame her. In fact, if you hadn't told the concubine would not have thought that there was such a far-reaching consideration behind the indemnity. You are the only one who sees far-reaching. Only you are the only one who truly considers the great martial arts and the people of Li Min. After finishing speaking, 060 looked at Lin Beifan with admiration and fascination. I only feel that the person I married is the best and most perfect husband in the world. Lin Beifan laughed dumbly. I have never blamed her. If I was angry with this trivial matter, I would have been mad at others. You know, there are too many people in the world who misunderstand me, and there are too many people who hate me. There are too many, how can I explain it? I just do what I think is right, I just want to have a clear conscience. What does it have to do with me for what other people think? Li Shishi tightly grabbed Lin Beifan's hand and said emotionally, Husband, no matter how the outside world sees you, no matter what the future holds, my concubine will share life and death with you. Lin Beifan's mood is very exciting. With a wife like this, what can a husband ask for? Lin Beifan drank the bird's nest in 3 or 2 mouthfuls, and then hugged Li Shishi. Ma'am, it's getting late, let's rest. Well, please have mercy on your husband. Li Shishi blushed and bowed his head. The two quickly returned to the room, and went to sleep without the lights on. On the other hand, Mo Rushwang had trouble falling asleep for a long time. Thinking of the courage to question Lin Beifan today, I was ashamed to use my pillow face. I'm really stupid. I didn't think clearly but questioned young Master Lin. He must have thought I was stupid at that time, right? The more I think about it, the more ashamed I feel. However, she has no regrets. Because of this, she also saw the truth of the matter, and at the same time, she also saw the true face of Lin Beifan, which made her mood suddenly improve. Lin Gongzi is not a traitor, he has never betrayed the country. Everything he said was for the sake of Dao and the common people. However, people from the outside did not understand him, which made him bear a lot of infamy for no reason. Although he is greedy for corrupt officials' money, but he doesn't give up on the common people. He is greedy for money, not without principles. At this time, Prince Hama, who was far away in the country of Doro, sneezed suddenly. Chapter 84 The child is autistic. Watch me give him a shock therapy. In the days that followed, Mo Rushwang's eyes flickered every time he saw Lin Beifan, sorry. However, Lin Beifan doesn't seem to take this matter to heart and still treats her the same way. Every day, asking for warmth and gossip, making Mo Rushwang feel warm in her heart. Usually, the little princess is bored, and will come to Mo Rushwang to play and ask some things about the rivers and lakes. Mo Rushwang will know everything and say everything. I really envy you, you can walk around the rivers and lakes freely, see the wonderful outside world, and do what you want to do, but I can only be trapped in the capital, and I can't go anywhere. Sigh. Mo Rushwang said with a smile, actually, I don't know how many people envy you, the little county master. You are from a noble background, and you have been dressed in fine clothes since you were a child. Unlike us, you have to work hard to make a living and run around for 3 meals a day. Mo Rushwang sighed, to be honest, life outside is really hard, it's harder than you think. I also have the strength to have a foothold in this turbulent world. Other people, they have neither money has no power, and there is no chance to go to a famous family. You can only face the lowest and turn your back to the sky, plowing the fields day after day, life can be imagined. The little princess nodded with understanding, you are right. It's like what that bastard said, life is like a besieged city, people in the city want to go out, and people outside the city want to come in. Young Master Lin is absolutely right, he deserves to be the champion of Lianzhong Sanyuan. Mo Rushuang sighed. After thinking for a while, he asked side by side, "Little princess, can you tell me about young Master Lin?" The little princess pouted. "What has this big villain to say? From the first time I saw him, he made me angry. Until now, I don't know how many times I have been angry. Since he's a big bad guy and he's making you angry, why do you still come to play with him?" Mo Rushuang said with a smile. "Because he is bad, but he has a bottom line, unlike other people who are bad from head to toe. And it's really fun to play with him. I tell you, don't look at him sane, serious but actually full of belly bad water." The chatterbox of the little county owner was opened, and he gushed out Lin Beifan's deeds of glory. In Gujijian, how to bully the Yane, how to make money out of their hands. In the court, how to fight with all the officials, how to make the civil and military officials itch with anger but also helpless. In the process of receiving foreign envoys, how to play with them. Mo Rushuang heard beautiful eyes again and again. The Yane who bullies all the evil, the witty and cunning officials, and the envoys who play with ulterior motives. As soon as he became the #1 scholar, he had already become prosperous, playing the court with ease. It's amazing, it's amazing. There was a trace of admiration in her heart. However, the little princess's words further confirmed her conjecture. Lin Beifan is indeed a big corrupt official, but he is also a principled corrupt official. He only deals with corrupt officials and officials, makes money from them, and does nothing to the common people. Sister Rushuang, do you know why he was promoted a few days ago? Mo Rushuang wondered. Why? Outsiders say that officials protect each other. That's not it. The little county master held back a smile and said, "It's because he was too greedy, and he stole millions from those yamen. The officials couldn't bear it anymore, and there was nothing they could do about him, so they jointly recommended and let him. He was promoted to 1 rank and sent to the Gujijian, so he can no longer take money from their children." Ah, so that's the case. Mo Rushuang couldn't help laughing. Seeing that this corrupt official has driven all civil and military officials to a dead end. However, the empress and sister doted on that bastard too much, or she did it on purpose, so that he could be promoted to 1 level, and he could continue to stay in Gujijian, making Baiguan's face black for several days. The lord also laughed. Giggle. Mo Rushuang also laughed. Lin Beifan is actually a good guy. He has literary talent and strategy, and he has done a lot of good things for me. But he is too greedy, so I always have to pester him and eat it all out. The little princess gritted her teeth. I'm afraid this is a bit difficult. His kitchen is connected to the imperial kitchen. Mo Rushuang said with a smile. Humph. It's up to people, I believe it will be done one day. The little princess was inspired to fight, so he came over to eat for several days in a row. This has a very direct and very serious consequence, that is, the leftovers in Lin Beifan's house have shrunk rapidly, and they are not enough for a nest of beggars outside, making Guo Xiaoshuai, who has just become a beggar, greedy and hungry. After eating the leftovers from Lin Beifan's house, he is not interested in other food, and feels that the food he used to eat is garbage. So, every day, I stay at the back door of Lin Beifan's house, waiting for them to come out. But the work is so active, the leftovers are less and less day by day. At the beginning, I could still eat duck meat. It was plump and juicy. When I bit into it, my mouth was full of oil. It was delicious. In the end, I can only eat the duck rack. There is still some meat on the duck rack, and it is still very fragrant. But now, even the bones are gone, how can he eat it? Beggars also have pursuits, don't they? Finally one day, he couldn't take it anymore. Since I can't eat outside, I'll sneak in to eat. Hee hee. When no one was there, he used his light work and easily jumped into Lin Beifan's mansion. Carefully all the way, looking for the smell of vegetables, I finally found the kitchen. As soon as I stepped into the kitchen, my eyes lit up, and my saliva drooled. There are so many delicious foods, God is really kind to me. Today, I, Xiaoshuai Guo, must eat all you can. He rushed over at the fastest speed in his life and picked up the trash can on the ground. As soon as he reached out, he took out a duck bone and was very excited. There's still so much meat left, great. Immediately put it in his mouth and not intoxicated. That's right. That's it. Fat but not greasy, smooth and tender, oily and juicy. Even the bones are marinated, crispy and fragrant. Unbelievably delicious. In less than a moment, the whole duck bone was crushed and swallowed into the stomach. Reaching out his hand, he was surprised to see what was in his hand. It's actually a chicken butt. I don't even know how to eat such a plump chicken butt. You don't eat, I eat. Immediately put the chicken butt into his mouth, and ate it again intoxicated. Yeah, it's so fragrant. It's so tender. It's so delicious that I can't stop. In this world, the only food comparable to duck bones is chicken butt. I got it all, haha. Really TMD happy. After eating the chicken butt, I reached out and took it out again, which was another surprise. It turns out to be my favorite pig intestine. Still raw, not washed. Such fresh pig intestines, you don't eat me. After every piece of food, he reaches out and digs into the trash can. He likes this way of eating more and more. It feels like opening a blind box, and every time is full of surprises. Because I was too forgetful to eat, I didn't notice a few people behind. The few of them were stunned when they watched the beggar in front of him gobble and eat the leftovers in the trash can with gusto, and couldn't say a word. However, after all, it was a martial artist. He heard the movement behind him and immediately turned his head. Then, he saw the two peerless beauties Li Shishi and Yun Ying whom he once fell in love with, as well as Lin Beifan, the big dog official, who was staring at him eating bad food. At this moment, he himself was stunned. My most humiliating scene was seen by the person I liked and the person I hated the most. Awkward. So embarrassing. Shame. What a shame. Four people, big eyes and small eyes, you look at me, I look at you. Confused about the fruit on the tree, under the tree, me and you. No one knew how to speak, breaking the awkward atmosphere that was unspeakable. In the end, it was Lin Beifan who took the responsibility. He looked at the leftovers in his hand and handed them over with a kind smile. Please take it slow. I understand your difficulties, and I will not discriminate against you. Guo Xiaoshuai, PFF'd. Li Shishi and the little county master both reacted. Yes, eat slowly, don't rush. We will not discriminate against you. He also dumped the leftovers in his hand into the bucket. Guo Xiaoshuai, PFF'd. At this moment, he wanted to hide his face and run away from this sad place. In my heart, I was secretly glad that he was fortunately pretending to be a beggar. His face was black, and he was not recognized, otherwise he would be embarrassed. But at this time, another beautiful woman walked in. The other party looked at the beggar who was squatting on the ground eating bad food, and recognized it at a glance. He was shocked. Junior brother, why are you here? Why are you eating bad food on the ground? Guo Xiaoshuai also recognized the woman in front of him and blurted out, Senior sister, why are you here? The three of Lin Beifan looked at each other and were even more shocked. Junior brother. Senior sister. So, they turned their heads together to look at the beggar who was eating sour food, and said in unison, you are Guo Xiaoshuai. Guo Xiaoshuai, PFF'd. He closed his eyes in despair. Day and night defense, home thieves are difficult to prevent. The scene of eating the leftovers by myself was recognized by the senior sister and was seen by everyone. Large-scale social death scene, is there any? When it spreads out, what face does he have to stand on the bow in the rivers and lakes? At this moment, he really wanted to die. Saying it was too late, he swooped out of the kitchen and disappeared. Mo Rushuang shouted from behind, Junior brother, where are you going? Come back quickly. The outside world is dangerous. Guo Xiaoshuai's sad and angry voice came, don't worry about me, let me die. After a while, he ran back with a whoosh. Under the shocked eyes of everyone, he picked up the trash can and nodded to everyone, I'll die before I'm full. With another whistle, it disappeared. Everyone. Chapter 85 Dawn and Amp, number 039, T reward your majesty, my yard is too small to hold it. In the end, Guo Xiaoshuai was chased back. However, with such a large-scale death incident, he couldn't stand the excitement and locked himself in the room. Mo Rushuang knocked on the door outside, and shouted very worriedly, Junior brother, why do you have to open the door beforehand, don't lock yourself in the room. You can open it up if you have any questions, even senior sister can't believe it. Do you like this? I'll get sick. An angry voice came from inside the room, Senior sister, don't mind me, let me fend for itself. If you bother me again, I can only run out, and I won't see you in my life. After saying this, there was no sound anymore. Junior brother. Junior brother. Mo Rushuang shouted a few more words, but did not receive a response, sighed and left. How is he? Lin Beifan and the others said in unison. Mo Rushuang smiled bitterly, It's still like that, I can't think of it, I don't want to meet people. At this time, the outspoken little county master said, Sister Rushwang, I don't know if I should ask it or not. How can your junior brother Guo Xiaoshui like to eat sour food? I saw him eating so deliciously, and the whole bucket was eaten clean. Mo Rushwang suddenly felt ashamed. Her junior brother was caught stealing sour food, which made her senior sister also embarrassed. I really wanted to kick the door, and kicked him a few times. Mo Rushwang smiled bitterly. I don't know why. All I can say is, he was not like this before. Before, he didn't want to eat any food that was a little stale. But now. She sighed. Maybe she has experienced something, and some psychological changes have taken place. Then she was accidentally discovered, her self-esteem was hit, and she couldn't think about it, so, alas. It seems that this is the only way to understand. Everyone nodded. Everyone leave him alone, let him be quiet, maybe 060 will figure it out by himself. Mo Rushwang sighed. You can't do this. Young people like him are the easiest to think about and do unpredictable things. So, I will enlighten him. Lin Beifan said. Are you, okay? Everyone wondered. Besides me, there are not many people in the world. Have you forgotten my identity? I am the secretary of the Imperial College, the teacher among the teachers, who is responsible for the moral cultivation of the students. The students of the Imperial College are my mentors. With education, work hard and thrive. Lin Beifan smiled confidently. The students of Gujijian sneezed collectively. The little princess remembered the rubbish things that Lin Beifan had done in Gujijian, and said anxiously, Are you really okay? Don't mess around. Lin Beifan shook his sleeves and said confidently, Look, I'll give him a shock therapy. Lin Beifan walked calmly to the door of Guo Xiaoshui's room. Knocked on the door several times and found no response. Then, condensing the true energy, he gently slashed through the crack of the door, cut the beam, and pushed the door in. At this moment, Guo Xiaoshui was lying on the ground with the character, big, staring helplessly at the roof, unable to love. However, seeing Lin Beifan come in, I still have a little reaction. How did you get in? I don't want to see you. Lin Beifan squatted down, looked at the ashen-faced Guo Xiaoshui, and sighed, Why do you torture yourself like this? It's not a big deal. Guo Xiaoshui was expressionless and did not respond. Lin Beifan sighed again. Actually, when I saw you eating sour food, I was very kind and felt the same way. Because before, my life was also very hard, often starving and freezing, so sometimes I had to. In Guo Xiaoshui's eyes, there was a gleam of searching for approval. Have you ever eaten bad food before? Lin Beifan shook his head. That's not true, I don't have as much appetite as you. Guo Xiaoshui, PFF'd. I was often starving at that time, so I had to be a beggar and go out begging like you, so I wouldn't starve to death. Lin Beifan recalled the past unconsciously. What happened afterward? In Guo Xiaoshui's eyes, there was another glimmer of light looking for approval. It didn't work out after that. Lin Beifan shook his head, his voice was bitter. I'm so pretty, people don't believe I'm a beggar, they think I'm a poor scholar, they pull me in every time they meet, and only let me out when they're full. Guo Xiaoshui, PFF'd. Especially the young ladies who are waiting for marriage from big families, don't even want to let me go and let me be the son-in-law. You say, is it easy for me to eat for a meal? Guo Xiaoshui, PFF'd. That's why I envy you so much. Lin Beifan said enviously. You still have the opportunity to be a beggar and eat what you want, but I didn't even have the chance to try it, so I was blocked by others. Guo Xiaoshui, PFF'd. Guo Xiaoshui is angry. Super angry. He let out a roar. Enough, Lin Beifan. Are you mad at me on purpose? I tell you, you succeeded. You succeeded in angering me. I am at odds with you. Don't think blindly. Lin Beifan said with a smile. I'm just here to tell you a profound truth, don't take yourself so important. Everyone is busy, so I don't have time to talk to you. The people who can come to talk to you are people who want to see your jokes, for example, me now. So, why do you make those who care about you sad and those who hate you happy? And torture yourself? Guo Xiaoshui was stunned and fell silent. Found this saying. Really TMD makes sense. So, you really don't need to think so much. Lin Beifan laughed. You eat scum and drink stale water. It's others who are disgusting. It should be others who want to die, not you. Guo Xiaoshui's mouth twitched. At this time, Lin Beifan went out and returned with 2 jars of fine wine. You don't need to say anything, just drink. Anything, it's best to be drunk. Lin Beifan shouted, remember that poem I read. In chatting and laughing, it is more than a drunken life. Guo Xiaoshuai was refreshed and shouted, okay. Drink. The two drank the wine for a long time, drinking happily. However, Lin Beifan soon regretted it. This guy can't drink enough, and he is crazy to drink less than half a bottle. It's nothing more than crazy, but also called brothers. It's enough to call him brothers, but he actually shared his feelings about how to eat leftovers these days with Lin Beifan. Lin Beifan was disgusted. When it comes to love, the other party is very excited. Good brother, you still understand me. I will cover you in the future. As long as I have a mouthful of shit to eat, you will have a mouthful of urine to drink. Lin Beifan was very moved. Good brother. As long as you are full, it doesn't matter if I am thirsty. Good brother. Haha. Guo Xiaoshuai laughed and fell drunk with a bang. Lin Beifan immediately got up from the ground and called Dolly to clean up. On the second day, after sobering up, Guo Xiaoshuai's condition was much better. But thinking about what I did yesterday, I still have the urge to commit suicide. Especially when he thought of his most embarrassing side, all exposed in front of Lin Beifan, a dog official. He went crazy and wanted to beat people. However, even he didn't realize that his hatred for Lin Beifan was much lessened. Mo Rushwang was very pleased. Junior brother, just think about it. Senior sister, don't worry, I won't do those stupid things, and I won't make you worry. Guo Xiaoshuai patted his chest and assured. Mo Rushwang was even more relieved. Junior brother, you are more mature and sensible than before. Guo Xiaoshuai nodded in agreement. I found that since I was enlightened by Lin Beifan, I have really matured a lot, as if I have grown up in an instant. By the way, junior brother, how did young Master Lin enlighten you and make you become so fast? Mo Rushwang asked curiously. Guo Xiaoshuai's mouth twitched. Senior sister, don't mention these things, just let him go. By the way, senior sister, why are you staying in the Lin mansion? The situation is like this. That night, I was hunted down by the innate master and many officers and soldiers. Mo Rushwang explained the situation simply. Guo Xiaoshuai thought thoughtfully, it seems that Lin Beifan saved you. Although he is a dog official, he still has a little conscience. Junior brother, you are not allowed to say that to him. Mo Rushwang looked serious. Actually, many people in the outside world misunderstood him. Although he is greedy, but he is greedy, and he is much better than other court officials. He has never been a traitor, but he has paid a lot for the country. He has done a lot for the people and deserves our respect. Senior sister, what's going on? Guo Xiaoshuai asked seriously. Mo Rushwang explained the situation. It seems that the other party is not so annoying. Guo Xiaoshuai's attitude towards Lin Beifan has also undergone a fundamental change. But I wanted him to give Lin Beifan a good face, but he was still reluctant. This may be the last stubbornness of the young man. Then, the two brothers and sisters temporarily lived in Lin Beifan's home to recover from their injuries. So, about a week passed. They were 70% or 80% healed, and decided it was time to leave, together to say goodbye to Lin Beifan. Young Master Lin, we have troubled you too much these days, thank you very much. However, we have been delayed for too long. We still have important things to do. We have to go back. I came here to say goodbye to you. Lin Beifan nodded understandingly. I won't leave you guys, take care all the way. Thank you young Master Lin for your understanding. The mountains and rivers meet, and I hope to see you again in the future. Mo Rushwang cupped his hands. Take care. Guo Xiaoshuai also solemnly surrendered. After that, the two took advantage of the night to fly over the eaves and go out. Before leaving, Mo Rushwang gave Lin Beifan a reluctant look before finally flying away. With their light work, the two quickly slipped out of the capital and walked all the way. At this moment, Guo Xiaoshuai, who had been silent for a long time, suddenly asked, Senior sister, do you like Lin Beifan? Mo Rushwang's body trembled and pretended to be nonchalant. Junior brother, why do you say that? It's impossible to hide when you like someone. I've never seen a man so thoughtful and caring about you. I've seen it all, you can't lie to me. Said Guo Xiaoshuai, his heart sour. My senior sister was still stolen by this guy. Asshole. Mo Rushwang sighed and smiled bitterly. What if you like it? What if you don't like it? After all, we are not the same people. He is in the court, we are in the rivers and lakes. He is the confidant of Her Majesty the Empress, and we are the followers of the prince. We are destined to never get together. Guo Xiaoshui nodded and didn't say much. The two continued on their way. Subscribe to Chinese Novel Audiobook YouTube channel. Chapter 86 Lin Aiqing, How Long Will You Struggle? After Mo Rushuang left, Lin Beifan's life returned to normal. However, something happened recently that made him very happy. The benefits promised by Prince Hama of Dorogu were delivered. Throwing away has already given 300,000 taels, so the current total is 3.2 million. Most of them were exchanged for silver notes, along with some precious gold and silver jewelry, which were secretly sent to Lin Beifan. Lin Beifan was really happy. With this money, plus the 3.5 million taels that I greedily obtained from the Yane, the total is 6.7 million taels, and I can upgrade myself to one level. The system, settle it for me immediately. Ding. The host has embezzled 6.7 million taels of gold and silver jewelry, which is a huge amount. The reward is to merge the two templates of function and no cry death early stage. Two majestic forces merged into Lin Beifan's body. Innate. This is innate power. These two forces are innate forces. Immediately afterwards, all the terrifying martial arts experiences were integrated into his mind. Function legs, and cloud dispelling palm. Lin Beifan sat cross-legged, absorbing frantically. His strength rapidly swelled, and then exploded, finally breaking through a huge bottleneck. It took more than an hour for Lin Beifan to finally absorb these two forces. I opened my eyes, very surprised. Innate 5th grade. Now I am already a master of innate 5th grade. Innate 5th rank, among the innate warriors, is also a strong one. Possessing stronger infuriating qi, as well as the perception of martial arts experience, it is not a problem to fight a few innate 6th rank powerhouses at all. As for the acquired powerhouses, they can basically achieve instant kills. Like himself, he can easily defeat 4 or 5 of his previous self. In addition to the terrifying growth in strength, he also gained more experience in martial arts, as well as unique skills. For example, function legs, this is also a very fast and extremely fierce leg technique. As long as you practice it, you can come and go like the wind, and you can even walk in the wind, like a god in the wind. It can also form a powerful attack and kill ability, no one can stop it. After merging these two characters, it also brings the most terrifying ability. Moko is infinite. Because of the two of them, one represents the wind and the other represents the cloud. The wind is impermanent, the cloud is impermanent. The combination of the situation and the cloud can touch the boundless Moko, bursting with 10 times or even 10 times the power, invincible in the world. Lin Beifan integrates the power of these two people, and he has the same mind, so he can use the power of wind and cloud at the same time, trigger Moke boundless, and burst out more than 10 times the combat power. I am now the 5th rank innate, with the accumulation of martial arts of several talented warriors, and if I touch Moko boundless, I should be able to fight with the top innate masters. If you want to stay with me, don't even dream. Same. After reaching this conclusion, Lin Beifan is very happy. Because this means that his survivability has been greatly improved, and his running ability is stronger. Unless, the Grandmaster above innate makes a move. However, how many masters are there? Even if they make a move, they may not be able to keep me. After being happy, Lin Beifan quickly calmed down and planned to continue to live and grow vulgarly. The less people know about his strength, the safer he will be. The more no one knows his strength, the more chance of running away. At this moment, a white shadow appeared in front of Lin Beifan. Needless to say, this is the godlike woman, Bai Qingshan, known as Bai Guanyin. What surprised Lin Beifan was that his strength had increased several times now. He couldn't feel the breath of the other party. He didn't know when he came, and he was already in front of him when he saw her. If the other party wants to kill him, there is no way to stop him. I muttered in my heart, what a horrible woman. And Bai Qingshan was surprised to see Lin Beifan. Your strength has grown again. Lin Beifan nodded and said humbly, I practiced for a while just now, and I accidentally broke through, making you laugh. Evil. Bai Qingshan said speechlessly, the first time I saw you, you were just a small acquired peak powerhouse. In less than 2 months, you are now a 5th rank innate martial artist. In terms of reading, you are a once-in-a-century genius. In terms of martial arts, you are also a once-in-a-century genius. Lin Beifan smiled wryly, no matter how evil you are no evil. My strength has improved so fast, but I still can't see through you. I'm taking the liberty to ask, how strong are you now? When you're done asking, immediately prick up your ears and listen. How strong am I? I haven't played against others for a long time, and I don't know very well. Bai Qingshan said indifferently. I can only say that 8 years ago, I had a fight with an old senior who had cultivated to the realm of the Supreme Master, and I was lucky enough to win a trick and a half. After that, I never met again. I've met an opponent that excites me. Lin Beifan said in his heart, good guy. Debuted 10 years ago, and defeated the senior of the Supreme Master realm 8 years ago. This shows that the opponent has at least the strength of a first-rank Supreme Grandmaster. Moreover, she has never met an opponent who excites her in 8 years. Isn't this invincible? Through daily communication with her, I found that the other party is not too old, but he has already cultivated to such a level, which shows that he is a rare martial arts prodigy that can be seen in a century or even 1,000 years. Such an evildoer, won't his strength increase in the past 8 years? He doesn't believe it if it doesn't grow. This woman is really scary. Then have you reached the legendary land of gods? Lin Beifan asked curiously. Bai Qingshan thought for a while, then shook his head. It shouldn't be. That is a legendary realm, with martial arts to transcend the gods, and martial arts to defy immortals. He has all kinds of incredible abilities, like a god. I feel that I am still very far from that realm. Far. Lin Beifan murmured in his heart, you are almost the same as a fairy now. However, I think you have a chance to touch that realm. Bai Qingshan said in a rare serious tone, let's make an agreement. One day, when you become the Supreme Master, we will fight well, maybe we can put pressure on each other and step into the legendary realm. Are you overestimating me? Lin Beifan smiled wryly. Bai Qingshan shook his head, absolutely not. Among all the martial arts wizards I have ever seen, you are definitely the most enchanting. Even if I was compared to you back then, it was still inferior to you by 3 points. The Supreme Grand Master is definitely not yours, and Lin Beifan found the woman more and more terrifying. It even feels so accurate. If he continues to be greedy, he really has a chance to cultivate to the land of the gods. Well, it's too early to talk about these things. Lin Beifan opened several boxes, which contained a pile of silver notes and a lot of gold and silver jewelry. These are the money sent by Prince Hama of Deluo Kingdom, and the total value is 3.2 million taels. Then, Lin Beifan opened another small box, which was full of silver notes. This is about 3.5 million taels of money I got from that group of yamen during this period of time. A total of 6.7 million taels, take it away. Bai Qingshan looked at the thick silver bill and the gold and silver jewelry piled up in the box, and even her calm heart would be turbulent. I take back what I said just now. I think you are absolutely a once-in-a-lifetime monster when it comes to greed for money. Even your talent in reading and martial arts are far inferior. Lin Beifan cupped his hands and smiled. I've won the prize, I haven't done enough. Bai Qingshan said speechlessly, isn't that enough? You just stole the treasury. Lin Beifan's eyes lit up. Good idea. Bai Qingshan left with all the silver notes and gold and silver jewelry. In the early morning of the second day, Lin Beifan found that the empress was very happy. Just after reciting the congratulatory speech, the empress couldn't wait to shout, Lin Iching, where are you? Lin Beifan stood up, saluted his hands, and said solemnly, Wei Chen is here. What is your majesty's order? The empress smiled all over her face. I have nothing to do, I just want to see you, and then I will reward you with something. Rewarding the champion of the new division, Lin Beifan of the Imperial Academy. 10 jars of imperial jade wine. 10 boxes of top fragrant crystal tea. A pair of top quality jade unicorns. ... A bunch of rewards spit out from the queen's mouth. Arrogant as always. Unreasonable as always. Lin Beifan was stunned. Your Majesty the Empress, even if you want a reward, give it a reason. I haven't achieved anything, I haven't done anything, you reward me with so many things. Really make me flattered. It has reached the level of fright. The hearts of the civil and military officials of the Manchu dynasty are full of mother-buying batches. Again, how many times is this? Can we not be so caught off guard, so unreasonable, so exciting? I'm getting older and I can't stand it. This time, however, no one came out against it. Because every time they opposed it before, it was them who suffered. Therefore, these old foxes have learned to be good, and as long as their core interests are not involved, they are too lazy to come out and fight. But those eyes were still red. Damn it. How to give so much? More than ever combined. Did this guy save the empress in his last life? Or save Dao Wu? That's why the empress favored him so much. I am not envious. I really don't envy it. I will never be envious. But at this moment, only a click was heard, and it turned out that an old minister accidentally clenched his teeth. There were other ministers, all of them gritted their teeth and persevered. Some even clenched their fists to restrain their urge to hit. After about 10 minutes of rewarding, the empress stopped in a hurry. Civil and military officials all breathed a sigh of relief. It is finally over. That would be torture for them. No knife, but bloody. At this time, the empress asked with a smile, Lin Iching, are you satisfied with my reward? Your Majesty's love for Wei Chen has been felt by Wei Chen. But please take your life back. Lin Beifan said with sincerity and fear. Why? Don't you like Iching? The empress was puzzled. No. The main reason is that my yard is too small to hold it. Lin Beifan said annoyed. The woman's eyes lit up, and she said loudly, okay. Then I will reward you with a yard dedicated to holding these rare treasures. Civil and military officials, puff puff. 10. Chapter 87 Mo Rushuang recommends Lin Beifan to the people behind. The morning was over, and Lin Beifan happily ran to collect the money. If you study hot air balloons step by step, you may spend 20,000 yuan in decades, and you may not be able to study it. However, from another world, he knows the principle of hot air balloons. In this way, you can avoid many detours, save countless money and time, and directly make the final and most mature version of the hot air balloon. All the money saved went into his pocket. The most important thing for a hot air balloon is the material of the air bag. As long as you can find watertight, airtight, and tough fabrics, you can build a huge hot air balloon, and liftoff is not a problem. And I happen to know how to do it. Just figure this out, and manned flight is on the line. Lin Beifan was secretly happy. He has already calculated an account, purchased suitable fabrics to weave into airbags, and then specially treated the airbags to make them watertight, airtight, and tough, and finally added some other equipment. A few thousand taels is almost the same. The rest of the money went into his pocket. The more Lin Beifan thought about it, the happier he became. Go back and start it. If you spend more than 10,000 yuan, I will lose. After returning home, Lin Beifan immediately purchased supplies in large quantities, and invited hundreds of people, making it a huge success. Let the empress and civil and military officials see that he is working hard on the big balloon. He really spends the money and never hides it. At this time, Mo Rushuang, who had already left the capital, rushed back to northern Hebei. They came to a luxurious mansion, and after being passed down by the servants, they walked in and saw an extravagant middle-aged man in Wat-23 clothes. The two cupped their hands and said in unison, "The grass people pay their respects to the prince is 1,000 years old." The middle-aged man in Chinese attire walked over quickly, his laughter was bold and polite, "Ha ha. It's all my own, the two young heroes don't have to be so polite, please take a seat. Come on, serve tea, don't neglect the distinguished guests." Mo Rushuang felt warm in their hearts, and said in unison, "Thank you, Lord. Sit down, tea is served, and the smoke curls up." The three of them sipped tea slowly. The man in Chinese clothes in front of him, that is, the prince, looked at the two people who were busy with the dust, and said with great emotion, "The two young heroes have really worked hard. This trip has only been more than a month, but the two of you have a little more vicissitudes, it's not easy. It's not hard, we're just running an errand. Compared to you, Wang Ye, what we have done is insignificant. You are the hero who saves the country and the people, a hero." The prince smiled and waved his hand, and said humbly, "Where are you? The two of you have won the prize, this king is ashamed. I just hoped that there would be less disputes and killings in the world, and the people would live and work in peace and contentment, life and harmony. My son, you should do your duty. Compared with the two young heroes who are all public, this king is much worse." Mo Rushuang and the two were very moved. Only by pursuing such a bright master can the world have hope. "By the way, what did you gain from this trip? Has the Yi Sha been found, who is loyal and dredging money? What did he say? Would you like to join the king?" asked the prince. The two looked at each other, and Mo Rushuang said ashamed, "My lord, I'm sorry. We didn't gain anything from this trip, and I didn't find Yi Sha. In order to find him, we also made a trick to lure snakes out of the hole, pretending to be Yi Sha to help the poor, but I still met him once. I'm afraid he has left the capital and disappeared. Ah, that's such a pity. The prince slapped his thigh and sighed with great regret. Mo Rushuang and the two were even more ashamed. So, the two night warriors who were making a lot of noise in the capital before, are you pretending to be? Wang Yi said again. That's right, it's my brother and sister. Mo Rushuang nodded. As far as this king knows, that incident happened on the first day of the first month, more than 20 days from now. After such a long time, why haven't you heard the slightest bit of news from the two of you, and where have you been? The king asked curiously. Don't dare to deceive the prince. Mo Rushuang surrendered. That night, my junior brother and I pretended to be night warriors to help the poor, but we were ambushed by the government. The other party sent thousands of officers and soldiers, as well as innate powerhouses, to besiege us. That night, there were 9 deaths. Fortunately, God blesses me, my junior brother and I hid in the mansion of the new champion Lin Beifan, and was rescued by him, and we finally escaped. After the injury was healed, I left the capital, and came back to return to the prince. The prince was a little confused. Ah. What did you say? You said that you were saved by Lin Beifan, the champion of the new division. He is from the court, how could he save you? Mo Rushuang told the story of the encounter between the two outside the city. I see. It's really hard work for the two of you. If I had known this king would not send you there, and I almost lost my life. The king was afraid and said very regretfully. Mo Rushuang was very moved, and said in unison, it is our duty to serve the prince. Since you have been in contact with the new champion Lin Beifan for a while, you should know what he is like. Can you tell me what kind of person he is? There are rumors outside that he is a huge greedy, special greedy. When Mo Rushuang heard this, she felt very uncomfortable. Immediately said, my lord, this is all rumored by the outside world, 3 people become tigers, it can't be true. The prince raised his eyebrows suspiciously. Oh. What is he like? Can you tell me about this king? This king is all ears. My lord, Lin Beifan, the champion of the new division, is actually a principled corrupt official. He only embezzled the money of other corrupt officials and did nothing to the common people. Moreover, he has done a lot of things for the common people in private, but he is not understood. Mo Rushuang continued to talk about what Lin Beifan had done. For his image, but also beautify a lot. Ah, it turns out to be like this. It seems that there are many false rumors in the outside world, and it is not enough to believe. Wang Yi shook his head with a wry smile. Seeing that Lin Beifan's image was whitened, Mo Rushuang felt inexplicably happy. After thinking for a while, he said again, my lord, in fact, we can draw him over. Why do you say that? The prince wondered. Your Highness. Mo Rushuang cupped her hands and said, Lin Beifan is the top student in the new division of Lianzhong Sanyuan. In terms of talent and learning, there are few people in the world who can compare with him. Vigorously abolishing the indemnity between the two countries proves that he has good intentions for the sake of the common people, and he is far-sighted. Far-reaching. Although he is greedy, he is still in a filthy officialdom and has no choice but to do it. But despite this, he still retains the most basic bottom line and principles, and does not take action against the common people. Such a talent is very rare. Mo Rushuang strongly recommended, at this time, we are planning a major event, and we need to recruit troops and recruit talents from all walks of life to help each other. If Lin Beifan can be used by the prince, it will definitely be more powerful. This. King Rong Ben think about it. The prince fell into thought. Mo Rushuang was slightly disappointed. She hoped that the prince would agree immediately. In this way, they will have the opportunity to become like-minded people, get along day and night, and strive for a common cause. After the troubled times are over, the two of them still have a chance. Thinking about it, there was a tinge of red on the pretty face. Guo Xiaoshuai, who was sitting in the back, saw it, and the boss was upset. Senior sister must be thinking about this bastard again. I also recommended it to the prince, clearly hoping to have more opportunities to contact in the future. He couldn't even figure it out, he had only been in contact with her for more than 20 days, and the time was so short. The senior sister who has always been knowledgeable and sensible and calm in the face of troubles, how could she fall in love with that bastard who speaks madly? Is it because he is handsome? Just because he is talented? Senior sister is not such a superficial person. This is totally unreasonable. Alas, this bastard. If there is a chance to go back, I must punch him twice. It's a big matter, and this matter allows the king to think about it. The two young heroes have worked hard, Go back to rest first, and then tell the two of you when the king thinks about it. The king sent off the guests politely. Yes, Lord Wang 063. We are leaving. The two stood up and handed in hand. At this moment, a handsome boy in a fancy dress ran into the outside, and was very surprised to see Mo Rushwang. Rushwang, come back. I just heard someone say you are back, I will come to see you right away. At this time, the prince's face turned pale, and he scolded, as the prince of the palace, what kind of frizz is it? The handsome boy immediately bowed his head. My child knows I'm wrong, please forgive me. The person in front of him is the prince's son, Wu Yingji. Two young heroes, the dog is frizzy, let you see a joke. The prince said ashamed. My lord, where are these words? Mo Rushwang and the two held hands and respectfully said to the handsome boy in front of him, I have seen the prince. Both are old friends, don't be too polite. Wu Yingji hurriedly said, his eyes were fixed on Mo Rushwang, and he was reluctant to blink. Mo Rushwang sighed slightly in his heart. She always knew that the prince in front of her had always been interested in her. For any woman in the world, if there is a chance to become a woman of the world, she will definitely go crazy with excitement. However, she didn't have any feelings for the prince, and she was not a person who admired vanity, so she always got along with him politely, kept a distance, and even avoided him sometimes. Looking at the prince in front of her, another handsome figure suddenly appeared in her mind, Lin Beifan. Inexplicably compare the two. In terms of image and temperament, the prince is also considered handsome and suave. Because he was born in the royal family, he is born with extravagance, which makes people feel extraordinary at a glance. However, compared with Lin Beifan, he was slag in seconds. Lin Beifan's face can be called the beauty of the prosperous age, and it is so perfect that no one else can match it. As for his temperament, he has an innate arrogance, a self-confidence and calm demeanor with everything in hand, as if there is nothing in the world that he cannot solve. Chapter 88 Mo Rushwang. Strange, why do I keep thinking of young Master Lin today? In terms of talent and learning, the prince has been guided by famous teachers since he was a child, and he can be regarded as a famous talent in northern Hebei. However, if you compare it with Lin Beifan, it will be slag again. The other party is the champion of the third year in 3 years. Just this achievement, how many people in ancient and modern can achieve it? And in the process of contact, she also found that Lin Beifan is erudite and talented, knows many things that others don't understand, and can say anything right, which is much better than those who only know ha. In terms of ability, the prince is now beginning to contact the specific affairs of the palace, and his performance is remarkable. However, if compared with Lin Beifan, it is scum again. People are directly in the courtroom, facing the civil and military officials, using the mouth as the knife, the pen as the front, and the real knife and the gun. These civil and military officials are all old foxes among old foxes. Each of them is quite shrewd, scheming. However, every time they are beaten by Lin Beifan, stepping on the other's head and taking the top position. In terms of achievements, the prince's performance is even weaker. He has no achievements at present, and he is scum in front of Lin Beifan. Lin Beifan has already jumped 2 levels in a month, and has become an official from the 5th rank. Moreover, he overturned the compensation clause between the two countries by himself, avoided war between the two countries, and saved the lives of thousands of people. His contribution is huge. It seems that, apart from his family background, there is nothing like Lin Beifan. Think in another direction, if Lin Beifan had the same background, what would his future be like? Mo Rushwang shook his head secretly in his heart, unable to think of it at all. Beautiful women love heroes. Unconsciously, he leaned more towards Lin Beifan, and looked at the prince with a duller gaze. At this time, her thoughts diverged. The prince can't compare, so what about the prince who cares about the world and cares about the country and the people? The discovery seems to be incomparable. At the same age, the other party also made Wang Yi a scum in seconds. Rushwang. Miss Rushwang, what's wrong with you? 2 soft calls woke up Mo Rushwang, who was thinking. I'm sorry, I just thought of something, so I lost my mind, please forgive me. Mo Rushwang apologized. It doesn't matter, why would I blame you for this trivial matter? The prince shook his head and said softly and curiously, Rushwang, what are you thinking, can you share it with me? Mo Rushwang cupped his hands and said, I'm sorry, Prince. Because these days, I've been tired and exhausted, so my junior brother and I will go back to rest first. We'll talk about it another day. Then he nodded at Guo Xiaoshuai, and the two left together. Rushwang, well, have a good rest. The prince reluctantly looked at the back of the beauty leaving. At this time, the prince snorted and said with a very displeased face, "Ja, look at where you still look like a prince now. A Jianghu woman has fascinated you, isn't it a joke to spread it out?" "Father, but I like Rushwang." The prince blushed. Being a father didn't stop you from liking it. A father just wants you to focus on the affairs of the state and put aside the love of your children first. In the future, what kind of woman do you want? Wang Yi said earnestly. But I just like Rushwang, I want to marry her as a wife. The prince blushed and lowered his head. Ridiculous. The prince was furious. Jia, you must recognize your own identity, you are a noble prince, and the other party is just an ordinary chivalrous woman in the rivers and lakes. To put it bluntly, she is a grassroots citizen. How can she be worthy of you? Only a noble girl is worthy of your status. You can take her as a concubine in the future, but you must never marry her. Father, The prince waved his hand impatiently. Don't tell me anything now, you'll be angry when you see it. You go back to my room and face the wall to think about it, and don't go out this door if you don't want to know. Yes, father. The prince returned to his room in frustration. He waved his hand again, and a serious middle-aged man suddenly appeared in the lobby. My lord, what are your orders? Investigate the new champion Lin Beifan, this king wants the most detailed information. Yes, my lord. The other party handed over and disappeared. After the Prince Wu Yingji went back, he sneaked out in less than a day. In order to meet Mo Rushwang, in the name of entertaining heroes, he invited all the heroes of the rivers and lakes who had taken refuge in the palace. Mo Rushwang couldn't shirk, and attended the dinner with his junior brother. At the dinner party, the prince was on the main seat, holding up the wine glass and saying with a red face, "It's rare for all heroes and heroes to gather here, this prince is very happy. Friends, please, don't get drunk tonight. Sir, please." Everyone held the wine glasses together. The basic etiquette was in place, and the prince couldn't wait to turn his head, facing Mo Rushwang who was sitting at the next table, and said diligently, "Rushwang, this is your favorite yellow chicken, I specially made it for you, how does it taste? Is it delicious?" Mo Rushwang took a sip, nodded and smiled politely, "It tastes good." But then, he put down his chopsticks. It turns out that she likes to eat yellow chicken, especially the yellow chicken in the palace. But now I found that this yellow chicken seems to have a little taste. She suddenly remembered the yellow chicken she had eaten in Lin Mansion during her injury. It was really delicious, sweet, oily and refreshing. It was the best yellow chicken she had ever eaten in her life. At that time, young Master Lin was by his side. He seems to have noticed this, and he often eats yellow chicken. At this time, the prince was very happy. "Rushwang, if you like it, eat more. And this fruit wine, how does it taste? I heard that you like to drink it, so I specially asked someone to find it for you." Mo Rushwang took a sip from the glass and said with a smile, "The wine is sweet and delicious." Then put down the wine glass and did not continue drinking. Because, she found that the taste of this fruit wine was too ordinary to enter her throat. He couldn't help thinking of the wine he drank in the Lin Mansion during the injury. There are dozens of top-quality wines in it, each of which is delicious in the world, and she has never tasted it before. Among them, her favorite drink is Baihua brew. It has both the fragrance of flowers and the mellowness of wine, and it is full of aftertastes. I heard that this is the best wine in the palace. It is specially brewed for the emperor to drink. The output is very rare. Others can't drink it if they want, and there are more than a dozen jars in his home. She knew that the wine was expensive, and she was injured, so she didn't dare to drink too much, only 2 glasses at a time. At that time, young Master Lin was by his side. It seemed that he saw it again, so she drank Baihua wine every day. At this time, the prince was happy again. "Rushwang, drink more if you like it. I also treasured 2 jars, all of which are given to you." Mo Rushwang was flattered and said, "Prince, it's too precious, I can't have." "Rushwang, don't be polite to me. If you are so polite, I will be angry." The prince pretended to be displeased. Mo Rushwang sighed and could only accept it. Seeing that his sweetheart accepted his gift, the prince was even more happy, and said, "How can you do it if you have wine but no poetry? Today, my son will recite a poem for the heroes to help the fun, how about it?" "Okay. Shizi please." Everyone applauded. "It's ugly." The prince pondered for a moment, and then read out the poem he had already prepared. "Men live, drink heroic wine. After reading, the whole house cheered. The prince was complacent and asked with a hint of smugness, "A diaresis A. Rushwang, how did my poem go? Are you satisfied?" Mo Rushwang nodded and smiled. "Very good, the prince deserves to be a great talent famous in northern Hebei. Once again, I thought of Lin Beifan who was far away in the capital. He also once wrote a poem about heroes and about wine. The world is better than my generation, and as soon as I enter the rivers and lakes, the years will remind me. In the chat and laughter of Wangtu, I will be drunk in life." Such a heroic dry cloud. So heartwarming. Only real heroes and heroes can make such poems. If you compare Shizi's poems, there is no need to compare, it is too shallow, too straightforward, and it is not qualified to compare at all. Strange. Why do I keep thinking of young Master Lin today? It's only been a few days since I left. Mo Rushwang sighed silently in his heart. Oh. Mo Rushwang, you are so unsatisfactory. After thinking about it, I couldn't even eat or drink. Also unable to eat or drink is Mo Rushwang's junior brother Guo Xiaoshuai. He looked at the shy and delicious food on the table, but felt that the food was tasteless, and sighed to himself, the delicious food at the royal banquet is not as good as that bastard's stinky food. When will I be able to eat it again? Worry. After drinking a few glasses of wine politely, Mo Rushwang said goodbye to everyone and went back on the grounds that he was unable to drink. Guo Xiaoshuai also left. After the two left, the banquet was a little less lively, and the prince also became lost in thought. An old man in the rivers and lakes said jokingly, "Sir, since Miss Rushwang left, your heart has also flown away, and you are too lazy to greet as stinky men, haha." "I'm sorry everyone, I'm rude." The prince quickly apologized. A big man with a blushing face laughed loudly, "Sir, we are all from here, it's completely understandable. Shizi, since you like Miss Rushwang, then go for it boldly. With Shizi's charm, which woman can't be captured? Are you saying that?" "Yeah. The prince and Miss Rushwang are simply talented women, a match made in heaven. If I were a woman, I would marry the prince. You want to be beautiful. Just like you, I don't want to lose money to me, let alone the prince." "Just kidding. ... Everyone cheered. The prince smiled bitterly. "Thank you all for your good intentions, I think so too. It's a pity that King Shang has intentions, and the goddess is ruthless. But I will do my best. I believe that sincerity is the most important thing. Rushwang will sooner or later be moved by my sincerity. This situation is not bad. I'm afraid that your goddess, with other lovers, will be useless no matter how hard you try." The prince suddenly turned pale in shock. "What? Rushwang has a sweetheart? How is it possible? I know exactly which man she has contacted with. How could she have a sweetheart? Senior son, are you kidding me?" Chapter 89. This is not a plot to usurp the Thr1, what is it? In terms of talent and learning, the prince has been guided by famous teachers since he was a child, and he can be regarded as a famous talent in northern Hebei. However, if you compare it with Lin Beifan, it will be slag again. The other party is the champion of the third year in 3 years. Just this achievement, how many people in ancient and modern can achieve it? And in the process of contact, she also found that Lin Beifan is erudite and talented, knows many things that others don't understand, and can say anything right, which is much better than those who only know ha. In terms of ability, the prince is now beginning to contact the specific affairs of the palace, and his performance is remarkable. However, if compared with Lin Beifan, it is scum again. People are directly in the courtroom, facing the civil and military officials, using the mouth as the knife, the pen as the front, and the real knife and the gun. These civil and military officials are all old foxes among old foxes. Each of them is quite shrewd, scheming, and scheming. However, every time they are beaten by Lin Beifan, stepping on the other's head and taking the top position. In terms of achievements, the prince's performance is even weaker. He has no achievements at present, and he is scum in front of Lin Beifan. Lin Beifan has already jumped 2 levels in a month, and has become an official from the 5th rank. Moreover, he overturned the compensation clause between the two countries by himself, avoided war between the two countries, and saved the lives of thousands of people. His contribution is huge. It seems that, apart from his family background, there is nothing like Lin Beifan. Think in another direction, if Lin Beifan had the same background, what would his future be like? Mo Rushwang shook his head secretly in his heart, unable to think of it at all. Beautiful women love heroes. Unconsciously, he leaned more towards Lin Beifan, and looked at the prince with a duller gaze. At this time, her thoughts diverged. The prince can't compare, so what about the prince who cares about the world and cares about the country and the people? The discovery seems to be incomparable. At the same age, the other party also made Wang Yi a scum in seconds. Rushwang. Miss Rushwang, what's wrong with you? Two soft calls woke up Mo Rushwang, who was thinking. Ah, I'm sorry, I just thought of something, so I lost my mind, please forgive me. Mo Rushwang apologized. It doesn't matter, why would I blame you for this trivial matter? The prince shook his head and said softly and curiously, Rushwang, what are you thinking, can you share it with me? Mo Rushwang cupped his hands and said, I'm sorry, prince. Because these days, I've been tired and exhausted, so my junior brother and I will go back to rest first. We'll talk about it another day. Then he nodded at Guo Xiaoshuai, and the two left together. Rushwang, well, have a good rest. The prince reluctantly looked at the back of the beauty leaving. At this time, the prince snorted and said with a very displeased face, Ja, look at where you still look like a prince now. A woman in the rivers and lakes has fascinated you. Wouldn't it be a joke if you spread it out? Father, but I like Rushwang. The prince blushed. Being a father didn't stop you from liking it. A father just wants you to focus on the affairs of the state and put aside the love of your children first. In the future, what kind of woman do you want? Wang Yi said earnestly. But I just like Rushwang, I want to marry her as a wife. The prince blushed and lowered his head. Ridiculous. The prince was furious. Jia, you must recognize your own identity, you are a noble prince, and the other party is just an ordinary chivalrous woman in the rivers and lakes. To put it bluntly, she is a grassroots citizen. How can she be worthy of you? Only a noble girl is worthy of your status. You can take her as a concubine in the future, but you must never marry her. Father, The prince waved his hand impatiently. Don't tell me anything now, you'll be angry when you see it. You go back to my room and face the wall to think about it, and don't go out this door if you don't want to know. Yes, father. The prince returned to his room in frustration. He waved his hand again, and a serious middle-aged man suddenly appeared in the lobby. My lord, what are your orders? Investigate the new champion Lin Beifan, this king wants the most detailed information. Yes, my lord. The other party handed over and disappeared. After the Prince Wu Yingji went back, he sneaked out in less than a day. In order to meet Mo Rushwang, in the name of entertaining heroes, he invited all the heroes of the rivers and lakes who had taken refuge in the palace. Mo Rushwang couldn't shirk, and attended the dinner with his junior brother. At the dinner party, the prince was on the main seat, holding up the wine glass and saying with a red face, "It's rare for all heroes and heroes to gather here, this prince is very happy. Friends, please, don't get drunk tonight. Sir, please." Everyone held the wine glasses together. The basic etiquette was in place, and the prince couldn't wait to turn his head, facing Mo Rushwang who was sitting at the next table, and said diligently, "Rushwang, this is your favorite yellow chicken, I specially made it for you, how does it taste? Is it delicious?" Mo Rushwang took a sip, nodded and smiled politely, "It tastes good." But then, he put down his chopsticks. It turns out that she likes to eat yellow chicken, especially the yellow chicken in the palace. But now I found that this yellow chicken seems to have a little taste. She suddenly remembered the yellow chicken she had eaten in Lin Mansion during her injury. It was really delicious, sweet, oily and refreshing. It was the best yellow chicken she had ever eaten in her life. At that time, young Master Lin was by his side. He seems to have noticed this, and he often eats yellow chicken. At this time, the prince was very happy. "Rushwang, if you like it, eat more. And this fruit wine, how does it taste? I heard that you like to drink it, so I specially asked someone to find it for you." Mo Rushwang took a sip from the glass and said with a smile, "The wine is sweet and delicious." Then put down the wine glass and did not continue drinking. Because, she found that the taste of this fruit wine was too ordinary to enter her throat. He couldn't help thinking of the wine he drank in the Lin Mansion during the injury. There are dozens of top-quality wines in it, each of which is delicious in the world, and she has never tasted it before. Among them, her favorite drink is Baihua brew. It has both the fragrance of flowers and the mellowness of wine, and it is full of aftertastes. I heard that this is the best wine in the palace. It is specially brewed for the emperor to drink. The output is very rare. Others can't drink it if they want, and there are more than a dozen jars in his home. She knew that the wine was expensive, and she was injured, so she didn't dare to drink too much, only 2 glasses at a time. At that time, young Master Lin was by his side. It seemed that he saw it again, so she drank Baihua wine every day. At this time, the prince was happy again. Rushwang, drink more if you like it. I also treasured 2 jars, all of which are given to you. Mo Rushwang was flattered and said, Prince, it's too precious, I can't have. Rushwang, don't be polite to me. If you are so polite, I will be angry. The prince pretended to be displeased. Mo Rushwang sighed and could only accept it. Seeing that his sweetheart accepted his gift, the prince was even more happy, and said, how can you do it if you have wine but no poetry? Today, my son will recite a poem for the heroes to help the fun, how about it? Okay. Shizi please. Everyone applauded. It's ugly. The prince pondered for a moment, and then read out the poem he had already prepared. Men live, drink heroic wine. After reading, the whole house cheered. The prince was complacent and asked with a hint of smugness, a diaresis a. Rushwang, how did my poem go? Are you satisfied? Mo Rushwang nodded and smiled. Very good, the prince deserves to be a great talent famous in northern Hebei. Once again, I thought of Lin Beifan who was far away in the capital. He also once wrote a poem about heroes and about wine. The world is better than my generation, and as soon as I enter the rivers and lakes, the years will remind me. In the chat and laughter of Wangtu, I will be drunk in life. Such a heroic dry cloud. So heartwarming. Only real heroes and heroes can make such poems. If you compare Shizi's poems, there is no need to compare, it is too shallow, too straightforward, and it is not qualified to compare at all. Strange. Why do I keep thinking of young Master Lin today? It's only been a few days since I left. Mo Rushwang sighed silently in his heart. Oh. Mo Rushwang, you are so unsatisfactory. After thinking about it, I couldn't even eat or drink. Also unable to eat or drink is Mo Rushwang's junior brother Guo Xiaoshuai. He looked at the shy and delicious food on the table, but felt that the food was tasteless, and sighed to himself, the delicious food at the royal banquet is not as good as that bastard's stinky food. When will I be able to eat it again? Worry. After drinking a few glasses of wine politely, Mo Rushwang said goodbye to everyone and went back on the grounds that he was unable to drink. Guo Xiaoshuai also left. After the two left, the banquet was a little less lively, and the prince also became lost in thought. An old man in the rivers and lakes said jokingly, Sir, since Miss Rushwang left, your heart has also flown away, and you are too lazy to greet as stinky men, haha. I'm sorry everyone, I'm rude. The prince quickly apologized. A big man with a blushing face laughed loudly, Sir, we are all from here, it's completely understandable. Shizi, since you like Miss Rushwang, then go for it boldly. With Shizi's charm, which woman can't be captured? Are you saying that? Yeah. The prince and Miss Rushwang are simply talented women, a match made in heaven. If I were a woman, I would marry the prince. You want to be beautiful. Just like you, I don't want to lose money to me, let alone the prince. Just kidding. ... Everyone cheered. The prince smiled bitterly. Thank you all for your good intentions, I think so too. It's a pity that King Shang has intentions, and the goddess is ruthless. But I will do my best. I believe that sincerity is the most important thing. Rushwang will sooner or later be moved by my sincerity. This situation is not bad. I'm afraid that your goddess, with other lovers, will be useless no matter how hard you try. The prince suddenly turned pale in shock. What? Rushwang has a sweetheart. How is it possible? I know exactly which man she has contacted with. How could she have a sweetheart? Senior son, are you kidding me? Chapter 90 Loyal ministers do not serve two masters, unless they are all female masters. The old man who was called senior son shook his head and smiled while drinking. How could this old man be wrong? This old man has been happy in his life, what woman has he not seen before? Miss Rushwang's unconcerned look just now is clear. It's because of lovesickness, and I want a lover. The prince suffered a violent blow in his heart. The sweetheart that I have been obsessed with, actually already has a sweetheart. Rushwang girl actually already has a sweetheart. And that person is not him. He asked anxiously, who is that person? After thinking for a while, he asked again, could it be her junior brother, Xiaoshuai Guo? Senior son shook his head. I don't know, but I'm sure it's not all of you present. Otherwise, Miss Rushwang wouldn't have Acacia, because she'll miss her when she's not there, right? Who is that person? Since the woman who dared to rob the prince, really ate the gall of a male bear and leopard, and lived impatiently. Be sure to find him out and teach him a good lesson. Everyone was clamoring to give the prince an outlet. However, the prince could no longer listen. Heroes, I'm not feeling well, I'm going back to my room to rest first. Everyone continued to use it slowly. After saying goodbye, he left in despair. At this time, a detailed information about Lin Beifan was handed to the prince. Lin Beifan, 18, was the #1 pick in high school 2 months ago. Since the founding of the Dao dynasty, this was the first champion of the 3rd consecutive year, and was very favored by Her Majesty the Empress. In less than a month, he has jumped 2 levels in a row, and took up the post of CA in Gujijian in order to become a 5th-rank official. And with the permission of the Empress, she went to the court every day to hear, and there were many gifts on weekdays. There were discords with many officials, and there were often court battles, and they fought each other, but they never suffered losses. He is very greedy, and he is an outright corrupt official. It is reported that since the other party took office, he has greedy 5 or 6 million taels, hundreds of officials are dissatisfied, and the people hate it. After reading this information, the prince sighed, what an amazing young man. He was already the champion of high school at a young age, and he was good at dancing with long sleeves, and he was very prosperous in the court. This king is not as good as me. My lord, this Lin Beifan is indeed extraordinary. Not only is he quite capable, but he is also trusted by the Empress. If he can take this person into his pocket, the Lord will surely be even more powerful, and the great cause is not far away. The way. This man is the military advisor of the prince, worships the sage Kongming, not only imitates many in terms of dressing, but also calls himself Mr. Zug. For more than 20 years, he has been conscientious and made suggestions, and is very trusted by the prince. When the prince heard this, he was very moved, and said, Mr. Zug, you are right. Our court is weak. If we can get this person in our pocket, it will definitely be beneficial to our great cause. It's just that a young man as smart as him is. Are you willing to be loyal to this king? My lord, as you said, the other party is a wise man. He must have seen it, the building is about to collapse, and the turbulent times are approaching. You must choose a master and follow him in order to protect yourself in this troubled world, and you are the lord. Such a rare master. The opportunity is a rare opportunity, the other party is not stupid, he should know how to do it. Mr. Zug stroked his beard and smiled confidently. Okay. Well said. Wang Yi was greeted with a smile on the left and right. Tianmen Mo Rushwang has a close relationship with Lin Beifan, but you can send them to contact him first. When the time comes, you can naturally take Lin Beifan into your pocket and serve the prince. Okay. According to what Mr. said. Wang Yi said loudly. So, Mo Rushwang, who had just returned for less than 2 days, was called by the Lord. The grass people pay their respects to the prince is 1,000 years old. Haha. 2 young heroes, don't be so polite, please take a seat. The prince smiled heartily. You just came back from the capital, so you should rest for a few days. But there is a big thing right now, and you must. So, I have to trouble the 2 young heroes again. My lord, please tell me, I will wait until I die. Mo Rushwang and the 2 became serious. The prince said solemnly, before, you mentioned Lin Beifan, the champion of the new division to me. Through investigation, the prince found that the other party is indeed a rare talent. If there is such a talented person to assist the prince, the great cause is not far away. So, I would like to invite the 2 young heroes to lobby Lin Beifan, to show the love of this king. 2 young heroes, would you like to go? Mo Rushwang was overjoyed. My lord, I will live up to my trust. After returning, the 2 of them simply packed their bags and set off. At this time, a small tail secretly chased after him. Rushwang became like this after he went to the capital. It means that the person that Rushwang can't forget is probably in the capital. This prince must catch up and see who that person is. Day and night, wearing the stars and wearing the moon. Mo Rushwang and the 2 were tireless, and it took a few days to arrive at the capital. Then, I met Lin Beifan again. Lin Beifan was stunned when he saw them both. Didn't you say that you were going back to Hebei? Why now? Young Master Lin, we did go back. But we encountered some other things and needed to go back to the capital to handle it, so we had to rush back. Mo Rushwang was very excited when he saw the people who were thinking about it day and night. Guo Xiaoshui was also very excited, and finally had the opportunity to eat the delicious food here. Even if it is bad food, he is willing. So it is. Lin Beifan laughed, I thought I would not see you for a long time. But since you are here, you must stay and have a drink with me today, or you will not give me face. It's better to be respectful than to obey. Mo Rushuang and the two laughed. After eating the long-awaited meal, night has come. The two of them followed Lin Beifan to the study, closed the door, and said mysteriously, "Mr. Lin, this time we are here for you." Lin Beifan was stunned. "For me?" Mo Rushuang looked serious. "Lin Gongzi, in fact, we are not only disciples of Tiananmen, but also followers of His Royal Highness the King of Hebei. If we want to end this troubled world, let the people live and work in peace and contentment, and have food to eat. We see hope in him, so we are loyal to him. After returning, we recommended you to the Lord, and the Lord is very happy. I think you are not only a rare talent, but also a fellow man who works hand in hand with him, so we want to invite you to join us and conspire together for something big." Quote. Guo Xiaoshuai nodded vigorously. Lin Beifan's eyes became strange, and he surveyed the two strangely. Mo Rushuang and the two were uneasy. "Young Master Lin, why are you looking at us like this?" Lin Beifan smiled. "I see, you are from the King of Jibei. You are here to be a lobbyist, to persuade me to betray the court, to join the King of Jibei, and to usurp the throne, right?" As soon as the words, "seeking to usurp the throne," came out, Mo Rushuang's expressions changed a bit. "You must know that these 4 words are 10 points of treason, and you will lose your head if you say them. Anyone should avoid these 4 words. Guo Xiaoshuai argued. "Lin Beifan, how can this be called a plot to usurp the throne?" "Why not?" Lin Beifan said suspiciously. "You all said that the building will collapse and the turbulent times will come. How did the turbulent times come? It must be the failure of the imperial court and the poor management, which is why the turbulent times have been brought about. You also said that the king's house in northern Hebei is kind-hearted. He wants to end this troubled time and let the people live and work in peace. How can we end this troubled time? We must overthrow the imperial court, overthrow the rule of His Majesty, and establish a new order. After overthrowing the imperial court, you will definitely want to be the emperor yourself. Otherwise, how can you implement your own policies? Are you going to hand it over to others? I don't believe that the King of Jibei has no such ambition. You tell me, this is not a plot to usurp the throne, what is it?" The two were left speechless. "No matter how you understand it, everything we do is for the people of the world. It doesn't matter who is the emperor, as long as the people can live a good life, he is a good emperor, and we will support him. And His Royal Highness the King of Jibei is us. The bright master you were looking for," Guo Xiaoshuai said solemnly. Mo Rushuang persuaded. "Young Master Lin, today's empress is faint, treacherous ministers are in power, and the people are struggling. You may not see it in the capital, and there are already widespread grievances from the people outside the capital. Various vassals have already recruited troops and horses, and they are ready to move. In the rivers and lakes, there is no shortage. The ambitious generation will be in chaos now. You are in the courtroom, facing traitorous officials and corrupt officials. You are not only very dangerous, you will lose your head at any time. And you have nowhere to show your ambitions and talents, would you like to? It's better to switch to Mingzhu in time and find a future for yourself. Road. And the Lord is such a bright master, he cares for the people, cherishes talents, and the world responds like clouds. So, Mr. Lin, please join us. I believe that with your talent, you will definitely be reused by the Lord. You can achieve great achievements and create boundless great achievements in front of you." Lin Beifan waved his sleeves and said very displeased, "Don't talk anymore, come with me." Lin Beifan took the two to a room. Pushing open the door, Mo Rumei and the two were immediately blinded by the room full of gold and silver treasures. "I tell you, these gold and silver treasures are all given to me by Her Majesty the Empress." Lin Beifan said proudly, "There are 10,000 taels of gold, 100,000 taels of silver, 1 longan pearl, 1 gram of top-quality agate, 36 pieces of top-quality jade. There are countless other jewelry items. I ask you, if I join the King of Jibei, can he give me these?" "This can't be." The corners of their mouths were bitter. "Come with me again." Lin Beifan pushed another room away. Mo Rushuang and the two were immediately dazed by the silk and satin that filled the room. Lin Beifan is proud again. These are also gifts from Her Majesty the Empress. The number of silk and satin has reached hundreds of pieces, and there are all kinds of rare fabrics, I have them here. If they are made into clothes, let me change it every day, even if you wear it for 10 years, it may not be finished. I ask you, if I join the King of Jibei, can he give me these?" "This can't be." The corners of the two's mouths became more bitter. Come with me again. Subscribe to Chinese Novel Audiobook YouTube channel. Chapter 91 Whoever sends M1Y to the door, who do I make friends with? Lin Beifan took them to the third room. Opening the door, I found many wine jars, which were full of them, and the aroma of wine came out, making them drunk. Lin Beifan once again showed off proudly, these fine wines are all gifted by Her Majesty the Empress. Among them are Baihua Brewing, Palace Yuya wine, Biloachun wine, Super Monkey wine and other very rare wines, and any jar placed outside is worth thousands of dollars. If you want to buy it, you can't buy it. But I can drink it as water, and after drinking it, I can go to the Empress to ask for it. I ask you, if I join the King of Jibei, can he give me these? Can he keep me drunk? The corners of Mo Rushuang's mouth became even more bitter. No way. Then, Lin Beifan took them to visit other rooms. There are rooms full of top-quality ingredients such as abalone, bird's nest, shark fins, etc., rooms full of top-quality medicinal materials such as ginseng, Ganoderma lucidum, tianchi, etc., and rooms full of various antiques. Both of them were stunned by the strange treasures piled up house after house. Good guy, Wang Yi's mansion is not so extravagant. Not even 1/10 of what it is here. I feel as if I have entered a treasure land, there are treasures everywhere. Just take out one piece, and you can go out without worrying about food and clothing. This is only a part of it. Lin Beifan said with a proud smile. There are many more because they can't be stored here, they are temporarily stored in the palace, and they can be taken when needed. There's still more. Both Mo Rushuang were stunned. Too many. At that time, His Majesty wanted to give me a yard to hold these rare treasures. But it was too troublesome for me to take care of the yard first, so I didn't ask for it. Lin Beifan spread his hands. How can you live up to such a mighty grace? He asked again, if it were you, would you be willing to give up all these glory and wealth and go to work on your head? Mo Rushuang didn't speak, and Guo Xiaoshuai shook his head bitterly. I don't want to. Lin Beifan asked again, if it were you, would you be willing to give up your bright future to follow a feudal lord you have never met, and to seek an unknown future in fear? Guo Xiaoshuai shook his head bitterly again. I don't want to. Lin Beifan questioned for the third time, if it were you, would you be willing to be loyal to Her Majesty the Empress who is peerless and who has always favored me, or to a poor old man in his 40s and 50s who can't give me anything? Guo Xiaoshuai shivered. I don't want to. Isn't that right? Lin Beifan said justly and sternly, as the saying goes, loyal ministers do not serve two masters, unless they are all female masters. It is absolutely impossible for you to want me to betray the female emperor. You should die. Guo Xiaoshuai. Just two heroines. Lin Beifan exclaimed with a bang. This is not the point, don't care about these little details. However, young Master Lin, the troubled times are coming, what's the use of you having so many gold and silver treasures? You simply don't have the strength to keep it. You may even lose your life early because of the guilt. Find a way back, otherwise, your life will be lost, and everything will be over. Mo Rushuang said earnestly. Lin Beifan nodded slightly. What you said makes sense. Seeing hope, Mo Rushuang tried his best to persuade. In the turbulent times, only force can protect oneself. The prince's house is kind-hearted, and he has won over many heroes from all corners of the world. As long as Mr. Lin is willing to serve the prince will definitely send all the masters to come. Protect you, even little girls. Mo Rushuang's face was slightly red. I am willing to protect the sun with a sword, and never let the chaotic ministers and thieves take a step. Lin Beifan nodded and said with a smile, actually, I personally admire the King of Jibei very much. If I had to choose a person to seek refuge with, then the King of Jibei would definitely be the first choice. That's why I let you visit my treasure house, you. Lin Beifan blinked. Do you understand what I mean? What do you mean? The two were stunned again. What does this have to do with visiting the treasure house? How can you not understand such a simple truth? Lin Beifan said angrily. I let you visit my treasure house, I just want to tell you that the Empress gave me so many things that I paid my loyalty. The King of Jibei didn't give anything, and wanted me to rely on him. To serve him, is it possible? Go back and tell the King of Jibei that he wants me to take refuge in him, yes. You must show sincerity. Mo Rushuang and the two, After all, it turned out to be a benefit. The nature of corrupt officials is undoubtedly exposed. Mo Rushuang hated it and said indisputably, Young Master Lin, serve the prince, seek well-being for the people, and create peace for future generations. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Why talk about money? Lin Beifan snorted. Miss Rushwang, what you said is so unreasonable. I don't know the king of Jibei, and I have no relationship with him. What about money? Are you in love? Guo Xiaoshui said dumbly. Senior sister, what he said seems to make sense. Shut up. Mo Rushwang said angrily. Lin Beifan smiled leisurely. Besides, if you want a horse to run fast, you have to let the horse eat more grass. If I don't give money, what will I eat and drink? Do I work for him for nothing? Someone so stupid. Mo Rushwang's expressions became unnatural. Lin Beifan was stunned. Aren't you the fools? He didn't give anything, so you just stick it up. Mo Rushwang and the two, cough. Guo Xiaoshui blushed and argued. Lin Beifan, we are for the people of Li Min, not as vulgar as you think. Lin Beifan said angrily, just with your IQ, you were sold and counted the money for others. Okay, don't make these useless arguments. Mo Rushwang looked at Lin Beifan in a complicated way. Young Master Lin, what do you want? Let's go back and report to the Lord. Lin Beifan said without hesitation. Money, I need a lot of money, the more the better. I will pay as much loyalty as he gives me. If he gives more than the empress, I will do my best for him and die, already. Young Master Lin, how can you be so superficial? Mo Rushwang was a little embarrassed. It felt that Lin Beifan's glorious image had collapsed in her heart. How did he become so coppery, so swaying? If you can't even give up money, what is there to serve such a master? Lin Beifan sneered. You know, I'm working for him now with my head up. As long as the incident happens, I have nothing, even my life. In that case, why don't I want money? No matter what happens in the future, at least once owned. I can't decide this matter, I have to report it to the Lord and wait for him to decide. Mo Rushwang was a little exhausted. Go back and tell the king of Jibei, I can't resist anything but temptation. No money, nothing to talk about. Mo Rushwang and the two went back. They did not run back to the north of Hebei, but quickly passed the news back to the palace of the north of Hebei through a special channel. The prince opened it for the first time, but the more he looked, the more excited he became, and the more angry he became. Then he slapped it hard, and the table and chair next to it suddenly shattered. No way. This Lin Beifan is really not a thing. My lord, what happened? Did you receive news from Lin Beifan? Mr. Zheng asked cautiously. The lord handed over the paper and said angrily, look at the strategist, what did Lin Beifan say? He actually asked this king for benefits, and if he didn't give him money, he wouldn't do it. It's ridiculous. This king has been king for so many years, and has anyone ever been treated like this. This Lin Beifan really doesn't know his superiority, he doesn't know what to do, this king really wants to kill him in the capital and destroy him. Congratulations, your highness, this is actually a happy event. Mr. Zheng said with a smile. Where does the joy come from? Wang Yi said angrily. Your highness, think about it. Then Lin Beifan is the most favored person by Her Majesty the Empress. He is very trusted by the Empress. If he doesn't want anything and goes to the prince, will you believe his loyalty? The prince hesitated. Mr. Zheng smiled and said, Your Highness, you don't need to say more, it's definitely not, it's human nature. That's why Lin Beifan wisely put forward this condition. First, he wanted to see his status in the Lord's mind. The more you give, the higher his status in your heart, the happier he will be. The prince nodded slightly. Mr. Zheng, what you said makes sense. Go on. Second, it's actually for surrender. To cast the city. The prince wondered. My lord, think about it, as long as he takes our benefits, no matter whether he is loyal to you or not, his suspicions will never be washed away. The more he takes, the more dangerous he will be. Once he is found out, he will be killed. Landing, so he can only follow us all the way to the black. This is not surrender, what is it? Mr. Zheng laughed. So it is. The prince suddenly realized. Mr. Zheng cupped his hands and said, so, Lin Beifan is actually relying on the prince. It's just because he has never met the prince, and he hesitated in his heart, so he made this request. Give the prince a try. If the prince doesn't understand what it means, then he will lost a talent. If you give money, you can immediately harvest a unicorn talent. However, the other party wants too much. The prince said distressedly. Although he didn't mention anything, he let Mo Rushwang join his treasure trove just to tell this prince, it can't be less than this. No exaggeration, then his wealth is more than this palace. So much gold and silver treasure, where can this king get it? Mr. Zug also felt a headache. I want a lot. To be honest, if you give less, you will not pay enough attention, and you will be a little petty. But if you give too much, you can't get it out, it's really very difficult. Even if I emptied this king's palace, I still can't take it out. The king asked eagerly, Mr. Zug, what can you do? Otherwise, let's give it up. Talent is rare, but we don't have money. Mr. Zug said anxiously, Your Highness, you must not give up. Lin Beifan is in the courtroom and is very trusted by the empress. He can play a vital role at critical moments. Therefore, this talent must be in the bag. Otherwise, if we are captured by other vassal kings, it will be very unfavorable for our great cause. The prince sighed in his heart. What the military advisor said is very true. But this money. Your Highness, don't worry, let the minister think of a way. Mr. Zug said with a headache. Chapter 92 The champion is comparable to a heavenly immortal, Udon and Amp, number 039, T deserved to carry high. As expected of a military advisor, he quickly came up with a satisfactory solution. Then it was quickly communicated to Mo Rushwang and informed Lin Beifan. Your Highness means that young Master Lin is very welcome to join. It's just that you ask too much, and he can't come up with so much money for a while. So on another condition, if you do one thing for the prince, he will pay the corresponding remuneration, so good. This method is the most appropriate method of cooperation at present. First of all, the king of Jibei couldn't get the money Lin Beifan needed at one time, so Lin Beifan was included in his pocket by paying the remuneration in batches. Second, both of them can't trust each other at the moment. Especially the king of Jibei, he was afraid that he had given the money, Lin Beifan was still disobedient, and even betrayed him in turn. Wouldn't that mean that the bamboo basket was empty? So, through this piece rate payment method, do one thing and give a little money. When a problem occurs, you can stop the loss in time, and also give Lin Beifan corresponding motivation. Lin Beifan nodded, all right. However, before doing things, I need a 30% deposit, otherwise I will never sell. Also, I will never do the second thing until all the balance is paid. He also couldn't trust the king of Jibei, and was afraid that he would be done in vain, so he asked for some money in advance. I will convey your request back, but I think there should be no problem. In addition, there is another point to explain that the prince ordered my brothers and sisters to stay in the capital. Once you come, you can observe the movements in the capital, and at the same time. It is also convenient to contact you. Second, it is also convenient to protect you. Is it convenient to monitor me? Lin Beifan laughed. Humph. Whatever you think, I only received these 2 orders anyway. Mo Rushwang's face suddenly turned a little unsightly. Guo Xiaoshuai took out a stack of silver notes from his arms and said, This is a gift from the prince to you, a total of 300,000 taels. Lin Beifan stretched out his hand to take the silver note and said with a smile, If you don't do anything, you will give 300,000 taels. Your lord is finally generous. You won't suffer from following such a master. Seeing Lin Beifan's proud smile, Mo Rushwang really wanted to punch him twice. Mo Rushwang said angrily, You know, the lord has these 300,000 taels, how much can he do for the common people? In the end, it all went into the pocket of your corrupt official. Yeah, Guo Xiaoshuai nodded vigorously. Lin Beifan said, I don't care how he uses the 300,000 taels, I only care how he got the 300,000 taels. For someone I just met, he can easily spend 300,000 taels, which proves that the other party's wealth is definitely more than 30,000. Then the question arises. He has been a prince for more than 40 years, and he has received royal salaries for more than 40 years. He is not worth more than 1 million when he is full. Where did he get so much money? Mo Rushwang and the 2 were stunned. This. Can't figure it out. I can't figure it out either, but you can think about it slowly, it must be very interesting. Lin Beifan tactically leaned back, put his hands on his head, and said with a smile, To be honest, you keep saying that the king of Jibei is a master, but I don't see him showing any signs of a master. Mo Rushwang and the 2 were angry, Don't insult the lord. Guo Xiaoshuai said in a hurry, My lord is kind and generous, helping the poor and the needy. I often donate porridge to the poor, and families who encounter difficulties also donate generously. Severely punish criminals and crack down on lawbreakers. When fellow martial artists are in trouble, they do not hesitate to help. The person is like a cloud, willing to serve the prince. How can such a person not be a master? Mo Rushuang nodded vigorously. Lin Beifan said with a smile, on the surface, it seems that he has done a lot of good deeds and is a good person, but it is too early to say that he is the master. You know, in my heart, what is the standard of the master? Quote. What is the standard? The two of them said in unison. The standard is very simple. Lin Beifan sat up straight and said seriously, don't look at what he has done, just look at the places under his jurisdiction, whether the people are living well and whether their lives have improved, that's enough. Mo Rushuang and the two were thoughtful. Now, we will use this standard to demonstrate the king of Jibei. The wise and martial prince you said has stayed in northern Hebei for more than 20 years. He has enough time to improve the living standards of the people in northern Hebei. But has the people's lives changed in the slightest? Lin Beifan shook his head. No. Not at all. It's still the same chaos, the people are struggling, and it's no different from other places, or even slightly inferior. Do you think such a person is still a leader? This. Mo Rushuang and the two were dumbfounded. I want to refute, but I don't know where to start. Lin Beifan sneered. Either, the other party is a deceiver. He has deceived everyone in the world, including you. Or, he is a fool. He has the heart to rule the world, but he has no ability to rule the world. No matter what, you can't be called a master. Mo Rushuang was speechless after being refuted. But thinking about what Lin Beifan said makes more and more sense. If the other party is really an enlightened master with the will and ability to save the world, then the people under his jurisdiction should live and work in peace and contentment, and their lives will be greatly improved. Why has there been no change in the lives of ordinary people over the years, and they have become more impoverished anyway? A horrific thought popped into my mind. Could it be that he has found the wrong master over the years? At this moment, Lin Beifan waved his hand. Okay, I'm going to sleep, you guys go back first. What's the matter? Mo Rushuang shook hands and left with a heavy heart. At this moment, a white shadow suddenly appeared in front of Lin Beifan. Even though he was used to it, Lin Beifan was still taken aback. Bai Guanyin, can you not be so scary when you appear next time? Especially at night, it's so scary. Sorry, pay attention next time. Bai Qingshan said lightly. Lin Beifan rolled his eyes and said that every time, but he still went his own way every time. You don't really plan to join the king of Jibei, do you? Bai Qingshan asked curiously. Lin Beifan shook his head. I never had this thought. The empress is so good to me, how could I betray her? It's just that making money has been a little slow recently, so I want to carve out a fortune from him. The prince should have a lot of money, right? Quote. Bai Qingshan felt very speechless. You really don't like meat and vegetables. Lin Beifan laughed. Thank you for the compliment. My biggest advantage is that I'm not picky eaters, I like to make friends. Whoever sends money to my door, I'll make friends with whoever. This is the money I just earned, it's hot, take it. Bai Qingshan accepted the banknote and instructed, you have to be more careful, the king of Jibei has the ambition of a wolf, and doing things with him is like plotting with a tiger. It's very dangerous. If you don't pay attention, you will be charged with treason and lose everything. Don't worry, I know. Lin Beifan nodded seriously. Bai Qingshan took the money and left, returned to the empress, and informed the matter. The empress was shocked. What? The king of Jibei found Lin Beifan, and the two hooked up. Bai Qingshan nodded. The empress gritted her teeth and said angrily, Lin Beifan, you bastard. You're playing more and more wildly, and you're getting more and more courageous. This kind of thing can be involved. As long as you get involved with the vassal king, don't even think about washing it up. Political career will be stained. If something goes wrong in the future, how do I see him solve it? Bai Qingshan also felt that Lin Beifan was daring. He has a great future, but in order to greed for a little more money, he actually hooked up with the king of Jibei. She was ashamed of her courage. The empress was very tired. Forget it, since things have already happened, let him go. This person is always too worry-free, and every time he is frightened. Bai Qingshan nodded in agreement. By the way, Sister Qingshan, what does Lin Beifan think of my uncle? Bai Qingshan explained Lin Beifan's theory of the master, and finally came to a conclusion that the king of Jibei was either a deceiver or an incompetent and stupid person. The other party is obviously the former. For his own wolf ambitions, he has acted for a lifetime and deceived the whole world. In fact, behind the scenes, nothing good has been done. As expected of my beloved. The empress praised, "It took me several years to see the true face of this uncle." But Lin Yiqing saw his truth at a glance, and his eyes were like torches, which made me admire. She felt that she and Lin Beifan resonated more and more. The way the other party looked at the question was often the same as hers, making her feel like a bosom friend. A rare confidant in life. It's been a long time since I've been rewarded, and it seems that I can get another reward tomorrow. Let him feel my mighty imperial grace. So, the morning of the second day. Lin Yiqing, where are you? The minister is here. It's sunny today, I'm in a good mood, so I reward you. 10,000 taels of silver. Top 10 ginseng roots. 10 pairs of jade and jade. 10 taels of the best dahongpao. ... Lin Beifan is numb. Again, there are so many things that you can't fit in the house. Baiguan is also numb. Again, Her Majesty the Empress, please be more rational, can you not be so impulsive? People don't need it anymore, so how much? Can you save a little for us old ministers? We need love too. However, the Empress did not seem to be able to see the resentful eyes of Baiguan. After giving the reward, I felt very happy and waved my hand. Okay, Yiqing quickly thanked the Lord Longan and leave. The early morning is about to start, there is a recitation, and there is no such thing as a retreat. Lin Beifan's mouth twitched, thank you Lord Long. So, the early morning officially started. At this time, the Prince Wu Yingji had already arrived in the capital in a hurry. As a result, as soon as I stepped into the capital, I was fascinated by the bustling scene of the capital. The tidy and tall buildings, the bustling streets, the endless crowds, and the clamor of hawking all over the place made him, a bumpkin from northern Hebei, linger. Is this the capital? It's several times more prosperous than we are in northern Hebei. The prince was very intoxicated. At this moment, a person following him reminded in a low voice, Sir, this is the foot of the emperor, and your identity is very sensitive. So be careful, and don't reveal your identity. The prince nodded slightly, don't worry, I know. They talked carefully and slowly blended into the crowd. Chapter 93 He made me green, I can an amp, number 039, T help him. Because he knew this woman, and it was the sweetheart he had been thinking about all day long, Miss Rushwang. He worked hard to chase after the capital, and the purpose was for Mo Rushwang. Unexpectedly, she appeared in Lin Beifan's carriage. Wait, what did he see? He actually saw. Seeing the sweetheart he was thinking about day and night, Lin Beifan held hands and jumped off the carriage. The two of them actually hold hands. What? The prince was suddenly stimulated to death. Eyes are red. You know, he has never held the hand of Rushwang girl. Every time I wanted to get close, I was avoided by the icy and jade-like Rushwang girl, keeping a faint distance. Moreover, it was even more difficult for him to approach her with a strange man. But now, Miss Rushwang's hand is being held by Lin Beifan. Rushwang girl did not refuse. And the rosy cheeks look a little shy, with a hint of joy. This bastard. The prince gritted his teeth in anger. It feels like my head is about to explode, and it is green, like a green grassland. He is now quite sure that Miss Rushwang's sweetheart is this bastard. Otherwise, she will definitely refuse the contact of the other party. What's so good about this bastard? Rushwang loves him or doesn't he love me? The prince roared unwillingly in his heart. But after thinking about it carefully, it was sad to find that the other party was better than him in every way. More talented than him, more handsome than him, richer than him. In addition to his life experience, he was crushed by the opponent in all aspects. Thinking of this, I got even more angry, and said angrily, you guys beat me up, this bastard Lin Beifan. Everyone panicked. Young master, it's absolutely impossible. The prince was even more angry, why not? He has already stole my woman and put a big and round green hat on my head. Why can't I beat him to let out his anger? A person whispered, Sir, this Lin Beifan has already taken refuge with the Lord. The Lord paid a huge price to get the other party. The prince said angrily, but he stole my woman, did you leave me indifferent? Prince, if you can't bear it, you will make big plans. The other party smiled bitterly. The prince's plan has reached a critical juncture, and Lin Beifan is very important. If this affects the prince's plan, then we will all have to eat and go. The prince thought of his majestic father, shuddered, and finally calmed down. Prince, according to my humble position, they are just holding hands, and they don't have skin-to-skin relationship. Miss Rushwang is still perfect. Just bear with it and let it pass. When the prince's event is completed, you will sit on the throne of the prince, Lin Beifan. Whether it's round or flat, it's not what you said. The prime minister can hold a boat in his stomach, and he can endure what ordinary people can't do when he does big things. Okay, give you a face, don't care about that bastard for the time being. The prince sat back depressed, looking out of sight and out of mind. At this moment, Lin Beifan, who had just helped Mo Rushwang to get off the carriage, frowned. It's strange. Young Master Lin, what's wrong with you? Mo Rushwang asked in confusion. From the moment I got off the carriage until now, I always felt a sense of peeping. Especially when I helped you out of the carriage, this sense of peeping was even stronger, and it also had a faint killing intent. Having said that, Lin Beifan looked in the direction of the peep, but found nothing. Is there? I'm a 7th rank martial artist, why didn't I feel it? Mo Rushwang blinked curiously. Of course you can't feel it as a 7th rank martial artist, but I am a 5th rank innate. The innate strong senses are very sensitive. Maybe it's an illusion, Lin Beifan said with a smile, no matter how much. It's rare to come out together, let's continue shopping, don't disturb everyone's yaxing. Having said that, Lin Beifan took Li Shishi's little hand and walked around the street like a couple. Mo Rushwang followed behind, showing envy in her heart. How nice it would be if he held my hand. At this time, the prince couldn't sit still again. No, I can't stand it. I must follow them closely, I'm afraid they will do something behind my back. Saying that, he walked down the restaurant and followed him not far or near. At this time, Lin Beifan once again felt the meaning of peeping. Turning his head to look, he immediately locked on a sneaky young man. Dressed in silver-white clothes with a burnt bun, he looks like a talented person, with a touch of extravagance on his body, and there are several powerful followers next to him, which seems to be of extraordinary origin. The other party seemed to be shopping and didn't look at him. But Lin Beifan locked him in by feeling. I was very puzzled, who is this person and why should I follow him? And the other party seems to be hostile to him. You don't seem to provoke him, do you? At this moment, Mo Rushwang called out, young master, be careful. Then he stretched out his arms to embrace Lin Beifan and took 2 steps to the left. It turned out that a child fell on the ground, and the other party splashed a bowl of water under Lin Beifan's direction. Mo Rushwang noticed this, so he hugged Lin Beifan and avoided the dirty water. Rushwang, don't make a fuss about this trivial matter. Lin Beifan said. Young master, this is not a trivial matter. Mo Rushwang said solemnly. In the rivers and lakes, there are often wicked people who pretend to be boys and poison others. The rivers and lakes are sinister and we have to guard against it. Okay, listen to you. Lin Beifan said speechlessly. At this time, Lin Beifan felt that killing intent reappeared. From that noble man, the intelligent and extraordinary Lin Beifan looked at the gestures of himself and Mo Rushwang, and when he thought about it just now, he suddenly realized. He stood up again and asked with a smile, Rushwang, you are so beautiful, there should be many people who adore you, right? Mo Rushwang's heart thumped, Sha Fei's cheeks. Is young Master Lin complimenting her on her beauty? Is it too sudden? Mo Rushwang lowered his head and whispered, how do I know this, I'm not the roundworm in their stomach. So, among the people you admire, who is more suave and has a more noble identity? Lin Beifan asked again, trying to find out the identity of that person. This. Mo Rushwang hesitated for a moment. What? Sorry to say. Lin Beifan laughed. No. It's just that there are a lot of people, so I can't remember who. Mo Rushwang bowed his head in embarrassment. Lin Beifan is speechless, are you talking to me in Versailles? Alright, you win. Next, let's go on a leisurely tour. During this process, Lin Beifan felt the vague hostility behind him, and a bad taste suddenly rose in his heart. Accidentally, he grabbed Mo Rushwang's little hand. He accidentally grabbed Mo Rushwang's waist. There was even one time when he wanted to avoid pedestrians and accidentally fell into Mo Rushwang's arms. The prince who followed secretly behind was so angry that 1 Buddha was born, 2 Buddhas ascended to heaven, and 3 Buddhas were in nirvana. Green smoke came out of his head, and he gritted his teeth and said, this bastard is simply taking advantage of Rushwang. It's shameless. I'll go and talk to him. Everyone hurriedly stopped. Young master, absolutely. The prince said angrily, why not? I didn't beat him, I just said a few words to him. Young master, your identity is sensitive, you can't easily reveal your identity. Once you pass, your identity will be revealed. Lin Beifan has just joined the prince, and his loyalty is questioned, so he can't take risks. A diaresis A. Young master, please calm down, don't be impulsive. The prince was even more angry. So, I was greened by him, so I can't help him. Everyone smiled wryly and nodded. Ah, Shizi covered his chest in pain. Watching my sweetheart and my rival in love Qing me, in front of him from the beginning to the end, I can't do anything, it's more uncomfortable than killing him. My heart hurts so hard that I can't breathe, my head is about to burst. Master, it's getting late, let's go back to rest. A person asked cautiously. Don't go back, I want to see when they will kiss me. The prince was angry. So, the prince continued to go green. Every step you take makes your head greener and your heart hurts more. He didn't even know how he could hold on to it. It was not until they finished shopping and returned to the Lin mansion that they finally recovered. Master, are you feeling better now? Everyone asked worriedly. Shizi still clutched his chest and said in pain, I can't get better, I'm too hurt today, I have to go back and get drunk. Don't stop me from any of you, or I'll chop off your heads. In the forest house. After dinner, Lin Beifan said embarrassedly to Mo Rushwang, Rushwang, I'm really sorry today, walking crookedly and encountering so many dangers, you have saved so many times. Young Master Lin, you know, be careful when you walk in the future. Mo Rushwang said resentfully. How can a normal person encounter so many dangers, it is clearly with bad intentions. Snort. Don't think I can't see it. You bastard. Sure enough, as the little princess said, the stomach is full of bad water. Lin Beifan took out an exquisite bracelet and said, Rushwang, I'm really bothering you today. In order to express my apology, this is a small gift for you, I hope you will accept it with a smile. Mo Rushwang was so happy in her heart, she said stubbornly, okay, then I accept it with reluctance. Thank you. He said it reluctantly, but the shot was quick, and he caught it in an instant. It's nothing, I'll go back to my room to rest first. Then hurried away, she was going to run back to try this bracelet fly. At this time the night gradually deepened. Lin Beifan suddenly changed into his night clothes, and with extreme light work, shuttled over the capital. In less than a moment, he came to a luxurious restaurant. At this time, the younger brother who was following during the day was unconscious from drinking and was sent to the room to rest. There are also a group of strong guards outside, whispering about something. Lin Beifan posted it above the restaurant, listening carefully. After a while, I got an amazing news, and I smiled. It turned out to be the son of the king of Jibei, who sent him thousands of miles away. King of Jibei, our first business is about to be completed. Jumped into the window, gently slashed with innate qi, then opened the window and jumped in. The prince, who was caught drunk and unconscious, secretly left the room. Chapter 94 There are rules in business, do you ask women not to give M1 why? Because he knew this woman, and it was the sweetheart he had been thinking about all day long, Miss Rushwang. He worked hard to chase after the capital, and the purpose was for Mo Rushwang. Unexpectedly, she appeared in Lin Beifan's carriage. Wait, what did he see? He actually saw. Seeing the sweetheart he was thinking about day and night, Lin Beifan held hands and jumped off the carriage. The two of them actually hold hands. What? The prince was suddenly stimulated to death. Eyes are red. You know, he has never held the hand of Rushwang girl. Every time I wanted to get close, I was avoided by the icy and jade-like Rushwang girl, keeping a faint distance. Moreover, it was even more difficult for him to approach her with a strange man. But now, Miss Rushwang's hand is being held by Lin Beifan. Rushwang girl did not refuse. And the rosy cheeks look a little shy, with a hint of joy. This bastard. The prince gritted his teeth in anger. It feels like my head is about to explode, and it is green, like a green grassland. He is now quite sure that Miss Rushwang's sweetheart is this bastard. Otherwise, she will definitely refuse the contact of the other party. What's so good about this bastard? Rushwang loves him, or doesn't he love me? The prince roared unwillingly in his heart. But after thinking about it carefully, it was sad to find that the other party was better than him in every way. More talented than him, more handsome than him, richer than him. In addition to his life experience, he was crushed by the opponent in all aspects. Thinking of this, I got even more angry, and said angrily, you guys beat me up, this bastard Lin Beifan. Everyone panicked. Young master, it's absolutely impossible. The prince was even more angry, why not? He has already stole my woman and put a big and round green hat on my head. Why can't I beat him to let out his anger? A person whispered, Sir, this Lin Beifan has already taken refuge with the Lord. The Lord paid a huge price to get the other party. The prince said angrily, but he stole my woman, did you leave me indifferent? Prince, if you can't bear it, you will make big plans. The other party smiled bitterly. The prince's plan has reached a critical juncture, and Lin Beifan is very important. If this affects the prince's plan, then we will all have to eat and go. The prince thought of his majestic father, shuddered, and finally calmed down. Prince, according to my humble position, they are just holding hands, and they don't have skin-to-skin relationship. Miss Rushwong is still perfect. Just bear with it and let it pass. When the prince's event is completed, you will sit on the throne of the prince, Lin Beifan. Whether it's round or flat, it's not what you said. The prime minister can hold a boat in his stomach, and he can endure what ordinary people can't do when he does big things. Okay, give you a face, don't care about that bastard for the time being. The prince sat back depressed, looking out of sight and out of mind. At this moment, Lin Beifan, who had just helped Mo Rushwong to get off the carriage, frowned. It's strange. Young Master Lin, what's wrong with you? Mo Rushwong asked in confusion. From the moment I got off the carriage until now, I always felt a sense of peeping. Especially when I helped you out of the carriage, this sense of peeping was even stronger, and it also had a faint killing intent. Having said that, Lin Beifan looked in the direction of the peep, but found nothing. Is there? I'm a 7th rank martial artist, why didn't I feel it? Mo Rushwong blinked curiously. Of course you can't feel it as a 7th rank martial artist, but I am a 5th rank innate. The innate strong senses are very sensitive. Maybe it's an illusion, Lin Beifan said with a smile, no matter how much. It's rare to come out together, let's continue shopping, don't disturb everyone's yaxing. Having said that, Lin Beifan took Li Shishi's little hand and walked around the street like a couple. Mo Rushwong followed behind, showing envy in her heart. How nice it would be if he held my hand. At this time, the prince couldn't sit still again. No, I can't stand it. I must follow them closely, I'm afraid they will do something behind my back. Saying that, he walked down the restaurant and followed him not far or near. At this time, Lin Beifan once again felt the meaning of peeping. Turning his head to look, he immediately locked on a sneaky young man. Dressed in silver-white clothes with a burnt bun, he looks like a talented person, with a touch of extravagance on his body, and there are several powerful followers next to him, which seems to be of extraordinary origin. The other party seemed to be shopping and didn't look at him. But Lin Beifan locked him in by feeling. I was very puzzled, who is this person and why should I follow him? And the other party seems to be hostile to him. You don't seem to provoke him, do you? At this moment, Mo Rushwong called out, Young master, be careful. Then he stretched out his arms to embrace Lin Beifan and took 2 steps to the left. It turned out that a child fell on the ground, and the other party splashed a bowl of water under Lin Beifan's direction. Mo Rushwong noticed this, so he hugged Lin Beifan and avoided the dirty water. Rushwong, don't make a fuss about this trivial matter. Lin Beifan said. Young master, this is not a trivial matter. Mo Rushwong said solemnly. In the rivers and lakes, there are often wicked people who pretend to be boys and poison others. The rivers and lakes are sinister and we have to guard against it. Okay, listen to you. Lin Beifan said speechlessly. At this time, Lin Beifan felt that killing intent reappeared. From that noble man, the intelligent and extraordinary Lin Beifan looked at the gestures of himself and Mo Rushwong, and when he thought about it just now, he suddenly realized. He stood up again and asked with a smile, Rushwong, you are so beautiful, there should be many people who adore you, right? Mo Rushwong's heart thumped, Sha-Fei's cheeks. Is young Master Lin complimenting her on her beauty? Is it too sudden? Mo Rushwong lowered his head and whispered, how do I know this, I'm not the roundworm in their stomach. So, among the people you admire, who is more suave and has a more noble identity? Lin Beifan asked again, trying to find out the identity of that person. This. Mo Rushwong hesitated for a moment. What? Sorry to say. Lin Beifan laughed. No, it's just that there are a lot of people, so I can't remember who. Mo Rushwong bowed his head in embarrassment. Lin Beifan is speechless, are you talking to me in Versailles? Alright, you win. Next, let's go on a leisurely tour. During this process, Lin Beifan felt the vague hostility behind him, and a bad taste suddenly rose in his heart. Accidentally, he grabbed Mo Rushwang's little hand. He accidentally grabbed Mo Rushwang's waist. There was even one time when he wanted to avoid pedestrians and accidentally fell into Mo Rushwang's arms. The prince who followed secretly behind was so angry that 1 Buddha was born, 2 Buddhas ascended to heaven, and 3 Buddhas were in nirvana. Green smoke came out of his head, and he gritted his teeth and said, "This bastard is simply taking advantage of Rushwang. It's shameless. I'll go and talk to him." Everyone hurriedly stopped. "Young master, absolutely." The prince said angrily, "Why not? I didn't beat him, I just said a few words to him." "Young master, your identity is sensitive, you can't easily reveal your identity. Once you pass, your identity will be revealed. Lin Beifan has just joined the prince, and his loyalty is questioned, so he can't take risks." A diaresis A. "Young master, please calm down, don't be impulsive." The prince was even more angry. "So, I was greened by him, so I can't help him." Everyone smiled wryly and nodded. "Ah," Shizi covered his chest in pain. "Watching my sweetheart and my rival in love Qing me, in front of him from the beginning to the end, I can't do anything, it's more uncomfortable than killing him. My heart hurts so hard that I can't breathe, my head is about to burst." "Master, it's getting late, let's go back to rest," a person asked cautiously. "Don't go back, I want to see when they will kiss me." The prince was angry. So, the prince continued to go green. "Every step you take makes your head greener and your heart hurts more." He didn't even know how he could hold on to it. It was not until they finished shopping and returned to the Lin mansion that they finally recovered. "Master, are you feeling better now?" everyone asked worriedly. Shizi still clutched his chest and said in pain, "I can't get better, I'm too hurt today, I have to go back and get drunk. Don't stop me from any of you, or I'll chop off your heads." In the forest house. After dinner, Lin Beifan said embarrassedly to Mo Rushwang, "Rushwang, I'm really sorry today, walking crookedly and encountering so many dangers, you have saved so many times. Young Master Lin, you know, be careful when you walk in the future." Mo Rushwang said resentfully. "How can a normal person encounter so many dangers, it is clearly with bad intentions." Snort. "Don't think I can't see it. You bastard." Sure enough, as the little princess said, the stomach is full of bad water. Lin Beifan took out an exquisite bracelet and said, "Rushwang, I'm really bothering you today. In order to express my apology, this is a small gift for you, I hope you will accept it with a smile." Mo Rushwang was so happy in her heart, she said stubbornly, "Okay, then I accept it with reluctance." "Thank you." He said it reluctantly, but the shot was quick, and he caught it in an instant. "It's nothing, I'll go back to my room to rest first." Then hurried away, she was going to run back to try this bracelet fly. At this time the night gradually deepened. Lin Beifan suddenly changed into his night clothes, and with extreme light work, shuttled over the capital. In less than a moment, he came to a luxurious restaurant. At this time, the younger brother who was following during the day was unconscious from drinking and was sent to the room to rest. There are also a group of strong guards outside, whispering about something. Lin Beifan posted it above the restaurant, listening carefully. After a while, I got an amazing news, and I smiled. It turned out to be the son of the king of Jibei, who sent him thousands of miles away. King of Jibei, our first business is about to be completed. Jumped into the window, gently slashed with innate chi, then opened the window and jumped in. The prince, who was caught drunk and unconscious, secretly left the room. Chapter 95. Be proactive when you are greedy for M1Y, and be sly when you share your worries. Lin Beifan grabbed the unconscious prince and made a rapid leap on the roof of the building at a speed like a ghost. After flying over several streets, we finally came to an old street. And this old street is the famous Guilin in the capital. The last time, Lin Beifan spent a few taels of silver from this hook to invite a few fat and old prostitutes to serve the envoys of Doro. Now, these old women are dressed very coquettishly, chatting without a word. "Sisters, how's business going recently?" "Business has been really bad recently. I haven't come to business for a week. If this goes on, I'm going to starve and lose weight. Men these days, I like young and beautiful people, how can I see us vulgar fans? When did the great Wu dynasty regard fat as beauty? I have prepared the fat, just wait for this day." Giggle. "Don't think about it, you can't look forward to it in your life." At this moment, an old woman raised her two fat and thick hands and held them together. "Big fat sister, what are you doing? Everyone was puzzled. The old woman called Big Fat Sister said in a daze, "I'm making a wish. I heard that if I make a wish on a meteor, it will definitely succeed. So I'm going to give it a try." Ha ha. Would you believe this kind of cheating on children? Big Fat Sister, do you think men are crazy? It really made me laugh to death. Everyone laughed. Big Fat Sister waved her thick arms. "Go away. Don't worry about me. If people don't have dreams, what's the difference between them and salted fish? Whether they succeed or not, they have to try. What if they succeed?" At this moment, a shooting star appeared in the sky. Big Fat Sister immediately closed her eyes and made a wish. Her face was very pious, and said loudly, "Meteor, if you hear my voice, please give me a rich and handsome son." 73. Thump. A huge sound. What sound? Big Fat Sister and everyone were taken aback. Following the direction of the voice, I carefully walked over, and found a handsome boy who was drunk and dressed in fancy clothes, lying on the ground in a coma. Big Fat Sister is overjoyed. I made my wish successful. Meteor heard my words, so I sent a rich and handsome boy. These old women immediately gathered around and chatted. "Wow, it looks so beautiful, it can be called a suave jade tree facing the wind. This young lady is moved. Wearing a silk dress like this makes you look like a rich man. It's more than rich, that's quite rich, and most people can't afford to wear such clothes. I've never had a guest like this before. Big Fat Sister is anxious. This is my man, don't grab it. Big Fat Sister, this is obviously a fat sheep. We can share it together. Don't be so stingy. Yes, have you forgotten our sisterhood? I don't have any money anymore, I'll be living on this man this month. On the second day, Shizi woke up with a splitting headache and backache. Seeing an unfamiliar environment and a room with a unique smell, he frowned. Where am I? What happened? Only then did he notice that his clothes were disheveled, and there was a fat old woman with disheveled clothes next to him. The situation is very obvious. One of his dignified sons was actually put to sleep by an old woman. My face is green with anger, I just want to get away. At this time, the Big Fat Sister finally woke up, took the prince's hand and shouted, "Don't go, you want to give money. Do you want me to give you money? Don't even think about it, I don't want to see you again in my life." The prince just wanted to leave this sad place as soon as possible, put on his clothes quickly and wanted to run. Why? I called the woman and didn't want to give money. At this time, Big Fat Sister's sisters all rushed in aggressively, blocking all paths like tanks. "Hurry up and give the money, don't leave if you don't give it. If you don't give money, I'll sue you to the government. You just wait to be embarrassed." Shizi's head hurt so bad, he just wanted to escape from here, and said impatiently, "Okay. I'll give it to the head office." He grabbed his clothes and stretched out his hand. It suddenly occurred to me that he rarely took money with him when he went out, and the money was all in the hands of his followers. So, he has no money at all right now. This is embarrassing. I have no money on me. All my money is with my servants. You let me go back, and I ask them to bring the money to your head office, right? It sounds nice, you must be trying to take the opportunity to sneak away. I've seen a lot of free men like you. Report to the official, let the official master call the shots for us. The prince was startled and waved his hand quickly. Don't report to the official, don't report to the official, there is something to discuss. You can't do it if you don't report it. Come with us, or don't blame us for being polite. In this way, the prince was pushed and shoved by these old women and sued to the yamen. As soon as he saw Mr. Guan, he immediately knelt down and cried. "My lord, please let the girl call the shots. Although the young man in front of me looks like a talented person, but he doesn't pay us for whoring. What's the reason? We are in the hook business, how can we live without money? I have no choice but to ask you to come here. Also ask Master Qingtian to call the shots for us, we kowtow to you." The general in charge of the trial of this case gave him a headache when he saw these old women. Because this has not happened once or twice. Every 3 to 5 years, he pulls a person over to complain. And you said someone slapped you. Don't pee and look in the mirror to see what kind of virtue you have. Who can talk to you? It's clear that you have taken a fancy to other people's beauty, prostituted others, and asked them to pay for prostitutes. If they can't get the money, they will sue them to the government. So shameless, so shameless. Looking at the suave young man again, I immediately felt sympathy. Having suffered such a crime at a young age, he was greatly traumatized both physically and mentally. I really don't know if he can survive the rest of his life. Sin. Okay. You guys are almost done. The judge waved his hand impatiently. Well, since the other party can't come up with any money, let him temporarily mortgage his valuables here and let him go back to withdraw the money. Is this the head office? Thank you, Lord, for calling the shots for us. The old women smiled. The judge patted the Jingtang wood, and said with a serious face, who is under the hall? Sign up. This world, my son Wu Ying, said the son. His identity is very sensitive, and he dare not reveal his true identity to avoid being discovered by the court, so he can only make up a name casually. You seem to be a scholar and reasonable, then this official will not talk nonsense with you. The judge said slowly, you have heard what you said just now, leave a valuable item temporarily mortgaged in this house, and then go back to get the money. After paying the money to the women, this officer will return the item to you. How? But I don't have anything now. The prince smiled bitterly. How could there be nothing? Did you go out without anything? Tong Ju was surprised. The prince smiled bitterly. Yes, my lord. Usually, gold, silver and other valuables are kept with the followers. It seems that you are still a happy son, how can you be reduced to? Tong Ju looked at the old women, shook his head and sighed. The prince lowered his head in shame. Everything that happened today was a nightmare for his whole life, making him unable to lift his head for the rest of his life. Sir, can you send an official messenger with me to get the money? Don't worry, my family has money and will definitely make up for the money owed, said the prince. This is indeed a way. But at this moment, Tongjing noticed a jade tablet hanging on Shizi's waist, and said with a smile, who said you have nothing? Isn't that the jade tablet around your waist? It's not ordinary at this point. Bring it up quickly. The prince panicked. This jade card is a personal thing, and it can't be handed over. Don't hesitate, hand it in. The pass sentenced people to tear off the jade card from the prince's waist. The prince resisted and did not want to hand it over, but after all, he was outnumbered. The judge took the jade card in his hand. Just looking at it, he felt that this jade card was very extraordinary. It was made of special jade material. It was not only crystal clear, but also 10 points hard and not easy to be damaged. He recognized this kind of jade material and called it gold jade. It was very rare. It had already been taken into the royal family. How could the other party have it? Tong Ju was suspicious, and continued to read, and found that the back of the jade plaque was carved with dragons and phoenixes. This situation is even more incredible, because Dao has regulations that only members of the royal family, or with the permission of His Majesty, can wear things carved with dragons and phoenixes. Looking at the front again, the words above, the complexion suddenly changed greatly. Hurry up and pass it on, things are going to be big. This matter was uploaded to Tian Ting at an extremely fast speed and spread to all ministries, causing a shock in the courtroom. Prince Wu Yingji, the son of the king of Jibei, actually appeared in the capital. This is no small matter. You must know that the court is unstable now, and the various kings are ambitious, wanting to compete in the Central Plains and replace them. The king of Jibei is one of them. His son secretly appeared here at this time, and it has to be imagined. So, everyone has to be careful. On the same day, the empress directly dispatched the imperial army to surround the governor. After verifying the identity of the prince, he was very politely invited to a mansion and dispatched the imperial army to guard him day and night. It seems that it is for the safety of the prince, but it is actually under house arrest. At the same time, hundreds of officials were urgently called to discuss countermeasures. Subscribe to Chinese Novel Audiobook YouTube channel. Chapter 96 I almost risked my life, what wrong with 1 million? As soon as she saw Baiguan, the empress said straight to the point, my dear fellows, should this prince be released or stay? The officials looked at each other in dismay, and one of the old ministers shook his hand and said, excuse me, your majesty, have you already asked the purpose of the prince's visit to Beijing? The queen nodded, I already asked. The other party just said that he was bored in his spare time and came to Beijing to play. However, the situation is now tense, and the other party, as the prince's parent and son, why did he come to Beijing during this sensitive and special period? There must be plans, obviously not, to be frank. Furthermore, as the prince, the other party's status is very noble, and if there is no crime, he cannot be punished. I must not be able to ask anything next. That's why I asked you to come over and discuss countermeasures. Report to your majesty, Wei Chen thinks it should be released. The Minister of Households, Qian Yuanshan, stood up, clasped his hands, and said loudly, at present, Wu Yingji is still a prince. Although his father, King Jibei, has ambitions, he has not torn his face, and we will be at peace with each other. But if we continue to be imprisoned prince, it may cause the anger of the other party and cause a mutiny in advance. Once a mutiny, the consequences will be unpredictable. Our court not only has to face the king of Jibei, but also other vassal kings who are waiting for the opportunity. There are other countries besides Dao, and we will never miss the opportunity. We Dao have to face the enemy from all sides, and the pressure is very real, too big. Now the situation is complicated and it's better to be quiet, the court can't afford to toss. Officials from Qian Yuanshan's faction all spoke up. Yes, it should be released. It's too much trouble for people to keep it. It's better to let him go and appease the king of Jibei. Our court really can't afford it, and the dynasty can't afford it either. At this moment, Gao Tianyao, Minister of Officials, stood up. Report to your majesty, Wei Chen thinks it's time to stay. Indeed, as Mr. Qian said, leaving the heir will have endless troubles. However, if we don't leave the heir, will the ambition of the king of Jibei be extinguished? You don't need to think about it, you know it's impossible. The other party's ambition has been planned for more than 20 years. Maybe he will give up his ambition because of a prince. This battle is almost inevitable. So leaving the heir is the best way at the moment. Keeping it and not killing it will at least allow the opponent to throw the rat. Moreover, by keeping the prince, we still have the opportunity to dig out more information about the king of Jibei from the prince's body, which is very beneficial for us to prepare for the war. Officials from Gao Tianyao's faction came forward one after another. That's right, it's best to keep the prince. It can make the king of Jibei jealous, and it can also make us prepare more. This is the best way at the moment. Everyone's words are very reasonable. The empress also hesitated, unable to make up her mind. So I invited Baiguan to come over to discuss countermeasures, but there was still no good solution. At this moment, she thought of a person who always surprises him inadvertently. Turning his eyes to the person standing at the back, he smiled and said, Lin Iching, all the ministers said are very reasonable. What do you think? Tell me quickly. Lin Beifan, who was fishing, was stunned. I'll just touch a fish, and you won't let me go. At this moment, Baiguan stopped talking and looked at Lin Beifan for his opinion. Lin Beifan stood up and waved his hands. Reporting to your majesty, Wei Chen thinks what the minister of the household secretary Qian said is very reasonable. The identity of the Prince Wu Yingji is very sensitive. If he stays, he may anger the king of Jibei, which will lead to the deterioration of the situation. The court and the country are in turmoil. Now, Dao is facing too many problems, and it is really not appropriate to make things bigger. A faint smile appeared on Qian Yuanshan's face. Lin Sai's words are very true, as expected of the champion who won 3 yuan in a row. For the first time, I found that Lin Beifan is so pleasing to the eye and so sensible. However, what Lord Gao, Minister of the Ministry of Personnel, said is true. Lin Beifan continued to report, Jibei Wang Langzi's ambition, no matter whether the prince is released or kept, the other party will definitely raise an army, it's just a matter of time. Keeping the prince can act as a hostage and let the other side throw the rat. At the same time, we can also dig some out of the prince. Insider information is more beneficial to us. The smile on Qian Yuanshan's face disappeared. Gao Tianyao, Minister of Officials, was not too happy either. Everyone was dissatisfied. Lin Xie, who are you talking to? I said let it go for a while, and then I didn't let it go. The old man was confused. What exactly do you mean? Lin Beifan was very calm and said loudly, whether it is to let go or to stay, there is a reason. Your Majesty is wise and skillful, and there must be no omissions, and you must have a strategy in your heart. So I don't bother, your Majesty has an idea, and I fully support it. Quote. Everyone's heart is full of mother buying batch. After talking a lot of nonsense, there is no nutrition at all. By the way, I patted the queen's ass. Little fox. The empress silently looked at Lin Beifan, who was pure and honest on the outside and very treacherous on the inside. It's so positive when you're greedy. When I shared my worries, I played a trick. One badass. Okay, let's discuss this matter. In the end, we did not discuss a better idea. So I decided to shut it down for the time being, and greeted me with good wine and good food. I could do everything except that I couldn't go out. At the same time, I watched the reaction of the king of Jibei, and then waited for the opportunity. After the meeting, Lin Beifan leisurely returned to the Lin mansion. Sister Mo Rushwang rushed over and said anxiously, "I heard that the son of Wu Yingji was arrested by Her Majesty the Empress, is it true?" This matter was a big deal at the time, almost everyone in the city knew about it, and there was a lot of discussion outside. Lin Beifan didn't hide it, nodded and said, "It's true." "Oh, the trouble is big." The two frowned, and Guo Xiaoshui said anxiously, "The prince has been arrested, how can we explain to the prince?" Lin Beifan laughed, "It's none of your business, he wasn't arrested because of you." Guo Xiaoshui was confused, "That's what I said, but..." Lin Beifan said, "For me, it's also him who is wrong." Knowing that his identity is sensitive, he didn't want to stay in northern Hebei, but he came to the capital. Isn't this self-defeating? It doesn't matter if you go to the capital, and you still reveal your identity, I don't know what he thinks. If I were the king of Jibei, I would definitely slap him on the wall with an angry slap, and I wouldn't be able to pull it out. Mo Rushwang's face was a little unnatural. She vaguely felt that the prince seemed to come to the capital because of her. "By the way, young Master Lin, how did the prince get arrested?" Mo Rushwang asked. "Don't you know, isn't it already going crazy outside?" Lin Beifan blinked. "There are rumors from the outside world that the prince was accused by the Gulen girl in the government because he did not pay for whoring, so his body was exposed. But this is absolutely impossible. The prince has a noble status and a high vision, so how could he be attracted to the Gulen girl? And those women are old, ugly and fat, absolutely impossible." Guo Xiaoshui said anxiously. Lin Beifan's open hand, "It's hard to believe, but it's the truth." Mo Rushwang and the two, "Fuck. I also don't understand, how could the dignified prince like those fat, ugly and old gourd girls? I think, the prince may be used to eating delicious mountain and sea food, so he can't help but want to try wild vegetables in the valley. I can only say, the world is full of wonders." Lin Beifan shook his head and sighed. "When Mo Rushwang and the two of them thought of the prince and those fat old women, they were kind to me. All trembling with fear. The taste is really too heavy. It hurts just thinking about it, how could he speak?" Mo Rushwang, in particular, felt a little unappetizing, and decided to stay away from the prince in the future. "Young Master Lin, you are extremely smart, can you save the prince? After all, the prince is the prince's own son. If something happens to the prince may go crazy and affect his future career." Mo Rushwang asked expectantly. Lin Beifan sighed and smiled bitterly. "I can only say, do my best, but I don't have much hope. You should tell the prince about this matter as soon as possible and see what he does." Mo Rushwang and the two nodded solemnly. The matter quickly reached the ears of the prince far away in northern Hebei. The prince was furious. "Jia, I told you a long time ago, don't delay the great cause because of the affairs of the children, you have to listen. Now, it falls into the hands of that girl, making the father so passive. Damn it." With a strong shock, a strong internal force erupted, and all the surrounding tables and chairs were shattered. Mr. Zug said cautiously, "My lord, the prince should have been murdered by a traitor. It is reported that the prince should have been resting in the room at that time, and there were many strong guards outside. However, he was unknowingly kidnapped. Go, throw it to the hook bar, and then end up in such a situation." The prince continued to say angrily, "You are still arguing for him. If he didn't go to the capital, would such a thing happen? The old man is a wise man all his life, how did he give birth to such a bastard?" He even said the words, "bastard," which shows how angry the lord is. "Your Majesty, can the prince be saved?" Mr. Zug asked again. "This is my son, of course I have to save it." The prince clenched his fists. 2 nights later, a large number of black-clothed masters suddenly entered the courtyard where the prince lived. "Come on, someone is going to assassinate the prince. Archer ready. Let go. Don't let the gangster escape." After fighting all night, this group of black-clothed masters had nothing to gain, and they all retreated. After another night, a large number of black-clothed masters came over again, but there was still no gain, and they quickly retreated. The third night was still the same. In fact, they are unlikely to succeed. Because, in order to prevent the prince from being rescued, the queen prepared 2 well-equipped troops, guarding it day and night. Acquired strong, No matter how strong they are, they will be stretched against an army with as much equipment as possible. You can hit dozens of them, but can you hit hundreds or thousands? Manpower is sometimes poor. As long as you make one mistake, you will be wiped out by other people's crowd tactics. In addition, the Empress also arranged 10 strong men, including several congenital strong men. This force is more than enough to destroy a sect. Coupled with the advantages of the right time and place, the imperial court can send troops to support at any time, and the troops are constantly flowing, so this group of masters can only die without a problem, but instead lose a lot of troops. The strong sacrificed too much, and the king of Jibei did not dare to send any more. Finally got 10 from Lin Beifan. Chapter 97. Use the people of the world as swords and kill the king of Jibei. My lord has sent martial arts experts to save the prince. However, the court is full of masters, and there are many soldiers and horses. The prince's people have returned without success many times, and the loss of soldiers and generals can no longer be hurt. Therefore, the prince begged Mr. Lin to speak a few words in the court, and let the court release the prince. After this is done, there must be a heavy thank you. Young Master Lin, please save the prince. Mo Rushuang came over and said very sincerely. Lin Beifan is righteous, the two are serious, and the prince is serious. It is my duty to save the prince. Even if the prince does not say it, this official will do his best. When Mo Rushuang heard this, their hearts were filled with relief. Mo Rushuang's eyes were gentle. Young Master Lin, you've worked hard for you. After this is done, I will definitely say a few words for you in front of the Lord, and let him know your hard work and dedication. Guo Xiaoshuai said, I'll say a few more words for you. Lin Beifan smiled and waved his hand, and said very modestly, this is what I should do. At this time, Lin Beifan changed the conversation and said with some embarrassment, however, it is very difficult to save the world. It involves huge hardships and costs, so I hope. What do you hope? Mo Rushuang said in unison. I hope the Lord can pay the remuneration first. I don't want much, only 10,000 taels. Mo Rushuang and the two, His eyes looked at Lin Beifan in shock. I thought he had changed his mind, but I didn't expect that he was still the young man greedy for money, and he didn't change in the slightest. It's 10,000 at the beginning, not much to say. Do you know how much this is? Mo Rushuang said angrily, Young Master Lin, you don't want too much. You are obviously killing people. 10,000 is equivalent to the annual cost of 100,000 people. Where does Wang Yi have so much money? Quote. Guo Xiaoshuai also said, Young Master Lin, you are really too greedy, I can't stand it anymore. Lin Beifan felt extremely aggrieved. You think it's easy for me? Do you know why the imperial court has not let people go? Why? They both said in unison. That's because the civil and military officials of the imperial court, including the empress, saw through the prince's mind and thought that sooner or later he would rebel against the army, so they did not agree to release him. They wanted to detain the prince in the capital, and threatened the prince as a hostage, so that he would be swayed. That's it. The two of them were shocked. Lin Beifan raised a finger. At that time, I said something to the prince. Who knows? What happened? The two of them said in unison again. I was almost exposed. Lin Beifan said with lingering fears. At that time, the civil and military officials of the Manchu dynasty looked at me with suspicion, suspecting that I had betrayed the court and joined the king of Jibei. Empress, look at me with suspicion. Mo Rushuang and the two, so exaggerated. No exaggeration at all. Lin Beifan asked loudly, do you know the grievances involved? Mo Rushuang and the two shook their heads, I don't know. Lin Beifan asked again, do you know the sadness in this? Mo Rushuang and the two shook their heads again, I don't know. Lin Beifan asked 3 times, do you know the danger in this? Mo Rushuang and the two shook their heads again, I don't know. Lin Beifan pointed to his head and roared, at that time, I almost took my life, you know. Mo Rushuang and the two were scolded with bloody heads, very guilty, we don't know. Lin Beifan continued to be excited and continued to roar. So, what if I want 10,000? I almost lost all my glory and wealth, lost the grace of the empress, and almost took my life. In other words, I lost everything. I want 10,000, so little money, is it a lot? The Lord lost only 10,000, and I lost everything. Let's look at it from another angle, isn't the life of the prince worth 10,000? Mo Rushuang felt extremely ashamed. Young Master Lin, I'm sorry, I misunderstood you. I didn't expect you to pay so much for your son, but 10,000 is really not much. I'm really sorry. Guo Xiaoshuai was also very ashamed. Young Master Lin, I'm sorry, I misunderstood you. Lin Beifan's face was still ugly. Humph. It's good to know. And do you think the 10,000 yuan really went into my pocket? Looking at the confused eyes of the two, Lin Beifan said angrily, you guys are so stupid, you can't understand this. The civil and military people of the dynasty disagree. I can't spend money on it, or who will say good things for me? Quote. Oh yes, young Master Lin, you are right. The two finally came to a realization. Lin Beifan didn't know where to take out a small abacus, and started to count. I've already done the math. There are about 30 people in the courtroom who can talk. They are all greedy, and everyone needs at least if you give me 30,000 to 40,000 taels of silver, I will change my mouth. After all, at least 900,000 has been spent. If you meet someone who is more greedy, 30,000 or 40,000 may not be enough. For example, Gao Tianyao, Minister of the Ministry of Personnel, Qian Yuanshan, the Minister of Household Affairs. I know, they are all very greedy and have grudges against me. If there is no 180 or 90,000, they may not be able to convince them. Some may need hundreds of thousands of taels. In this way, 10,000 is far from enough, and I have to pay for it. Lin Beifan put away his abacus and sighed in despair. You said, just to save an ignorant prince, I have lost so much, and I have to endure other people's misunderstandings. Is it easy for me? Both Mo Rushwang felt embarrassed. Mo Rushwang apologized again. Young Master Lin, I'm too stupid, I don't know anything, but I misunderstood you, I'm sorry. In the future, I will never doubt you again. Guo Xiaoshuai bent down and apologized. Young Master Lin, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you were right, it was me. You just understand. Lin Beifan sighed. Seeing Lin Beifan's sad and distressed appearance, Mo Rushwang felt very heartache and persuaded. Young Master Lin, you have paid so much for the prince, and we all see it. Since 10,000 is not enough, we need more. Just a little bit, I think the Lord will understand. Lin Beifan's eyes lit up. I'm like this, is it really okay? Seeing Lin Beifan's cloudy and sunny face, Mo Rushwang's mood also improved. Young Master Lin, you have done enough, don't wrong yourself. Even if you don't want much, I will tell you, this is you deserve it. Is 10,000 enough, is 1.5 million enough? Lin Beifan was very moved and grabbed Mo Rushwang's hand excitedly. Rushwang, you are the best for me. Thank you. Yeah, Mo Rushwang nodded with a blushing face. I feel the warmth in my hands and my heart is filled with joy. At this time, Guo Xiaoshuai came out and said seriously, Young Master Lin, I'll help you with a few more words too. Lin Beifan broke his big face apart. You step aside. Guo Xiaoshuai. In this way, Mo Rushwang and the two went back. Write the matter in the letter and send it to the prince quickly through special channels. After Wang Yi finished reading it, his hands were shaking. Fuck. 1.5 million, why doesn't he grab it? My lord, what's the matter? Mr. Zug asked in confusion. The prince handed the letter over angrily. Teacher, come and see, this Lin Beifan has a huge appetite. He actually asked for 1.5 million to help this king rescue Jia. Mr. Zug took a serious look and said, 1.5 million is indeed a lot. However, if according to the letter, the 1.5 million is used to manage up and down, and the Manchu civil and military change their minds, the money will not be much. The prince fluttered his sleeves and said displeased ly, I'm afraid that if he takes the money and can't do anything, this prince will lose money. Mr. Zug smiled and said, My lord, have you forgotten? We had an agreement with Lin Beifan before that we can pay a 30% deposit first. After everything is done, the balance will be paid. In this way, the loss will be much less. The prince nodded, his face looked much better. And my lord, we can also take this opportunity to try Lin Beifan's tricks. Mr. Zug smiled and said, Now the prince is under house arrest by the imperial court, and the civil and military officials of the whole dynasty do not agree to release him. If Lin Beifan can rescue the prince under such unfavorable circumstances, it proves that the other party is a very capable person. Talent, isn't it worth spending money to bring him under his command? The prince nodded, looked at Mr. Zug, and motioned for him to continue. You can earn more money after you spend it, but talent is very rare. If you can win over his heart and bring him under his command, you can let him do bigger things in the future, and it will definitely help your career. The prince nodded. What the military advisor said makes sense, so let's do it like this. Your Highness is wise. Mr. Zheng handed over. As a result, the silver note worth 450,000 taels was quickly handed over to Lin Beifan. Your Highness said, this is a 30% deposit. When you rescue the prince, they will give you the rest of the money. Young Master Lin, I'll ask you to save the prince. Mo Rushuang said earnestly. Lin Beifan swiftly pocketed the banknotes, and said with a serious face, the money is in the account, nothing is a problem. Go back and tell the Lord, you can just wait for my good news. I secretly thought, this prince is really a big fat sheep, I must smash a little more in the future. Seeing Lin Beifan's confident appearance, Mo Rushuang was still a little worried, and said earnestly, young Master Lin, you should pay more attention to your own safety. Don't do anything, don't force it. In the eyes of a little girl, your life is more important. Don't risk your own life. Okay, I got it. Lin Beifan assured, patting his chest. So, on the morning of the second day, face up. Lin Beifan stood up very actively and said loudly, reporting to your majesty, these days, Wei Chen has been thinking hard, and feels that for his majesty, for the sake of the country, the prince should be released. Chapter 98. Although I am corrupt, I am a good person. The queen's mouth twitched. Now that she is so active, is the money in place? Lin Iching, tell me your reason. Yes, your majesty. Lin Beifan stood up straight and said loudly, we keep the prince, the harm outweighs the benefit. First of all, point 1. Continuing to put the prince under house arrest will inevitably anger the king of Jibei and intensify the conflict. As the eldest son of the king of Jibei, the eldest son has been favored since he was a child. He has been carefully nurtured by the king of Jibei and has high hopes. Now that it falls into our hands, the other party must be very anxious. It can be seen from the previous assassinations. Those people are not here to assassinate the prince, but the masters sent by the king of Jibei to save the prince. Judging from these actions, the other party is getting more and more anxious, the more impatient. If the king of Jibei sees that he can't save the people and turns his mutiny in advance, then things will be bad. This is not impossible, please think twice, your majesty. The empress' face changed slightly, she nodded and said, that's right, let's go on. Yes, your majesty. Lin Beifan continued to say loudly, point 2, we will continue to put the prince under house arrest, which will cause countless troubles. Now, we have to deal not only with the king of Jibei, but also with other potential enemies. For example, other vassal kings, ambitious people in the rivers and lakes, and various countries other than Dao. There are too many enemies. Now, they are all waiting for an opportunity to muddy the waters before they can fish in troubled waters. And the prince is the perfect opportunity that they have been waiting for a long time. If they send someone to kill the prince, they will intensify the conflict between the imperial court and the king of Jibei. If the two sides fight, they will be able to reap the benefits of the fishermen. This is not impossible, but very possible, things. Anyway, if Wei Chen were them, they would never miss such a good opportunity. 23. Everyone's complexion finally changed drastically. Lin Beifan continued, for the prince, we can say that we cannot beat, scold, or kill him. We must protect his integrity at all times. Now, we can still deal with King Jibei's forces, but what about in the future? When the other ambitious people have reacted, they have sent all kinds of masters to assassinate the prince, can we still hold on? Even if we can defend it, we will have to spend even more manpower and material resources. This is simply an astronomical sum. At the same time, we have to bear the risk of turmoil in the capital, and the loss is immeasurable. The capital is the heart of Dao. If there is a problem with the heart, it will definitely affect the operation of Dao. Now, my Dao group of wolves are looking around, and the tigers are entrenched. If there is a problem in the capital, it will be a big trouble. So, please think again, your majesty. Everyone's faces became heavy. The queen's face was solemn. I Ching's words are reasonable, continue to talk. Third, it's useless to leave the air. From the perspective of his behavior, this prince can be said to be relatively simple, lacking due caution, otherwise he would not have been caught so easily by us. This shows that the other party lacks experience and contacts on core matters. There are not many, and we can't ask anything about him. Leaving him alone can only threaten the king of Jibei. However, the king of Jibei has several sons, and each of them is a dragon and a phoenix. The king of Jibei has a heroic appearance and is very ambitious. He has always wanted to be driven into the central plains, and the death of a son is not a big deal to him at all. Even if the prince dies, he will be given a reason to mutiny, which has to be guarded against. Lin Beifan held his hand and said, "So Wei Chen believes that keeping the heir will do more harm than good, so let him go as soon as possible." After listening to Lin Beifan's words, the queen's thoughts were already biased towards Lin Beifan. However, I would like to hear more opinions and gather opinions from hundreds of schools. Qing's, what else do you think? Your Majesty. Gao Tianyao, the Minister of Officials, stood up and said to Lin Beifan, "It is true that Lin Xie is very reasonable. However, if you let the prince go so easily, it is not for everyone to laugh at us and say that our court are you afraid of the king of Jibei. Also, even if we let the prince go, those wolves with ambitions will probably not miss this opportunity, and they all shot to assassinate the prince, and then pour dirty water on our heads to intensify the conflict between us and the king of Jibei. And the situation is even more dangerous at this time, because without our people's protection, the other party is even more unscrupulous. The people around the prince who lack protection can almost be said to be dead, and the situation has not changed in the end. In addition, what kind of person is the prince? If we don't know about the king of Jibei, who do we know? Maybe the other party deliberately pretended to deceive us. The king of Jibei has several sons, and it's not a big deal to die. However, the son he named the prince must be the most important thing to him. If the prince stays in his hands, the other party will be jealous. That's why this official believes from beginning to end that the advantages outweigh the disadvantages of keeping the prince." The empress nodded. "Gao Qing is right. Which Qing has different opinions, please tell me quickly." "I think Lin Xie is right, it's better to let the prince go. This officer thinks it's better to stay. ... All the officials quarreled. At this time, Lin Beifan stood up, interrupted the quarrel, and said with a smile, "Reporting to your Majesty, Wei Chen still firmly believes that the prince should be released. However, the way to release people is to pay attention to methods. As long as the operation is done properly, our court can not only avoid all risks and losses, but also take the opportunity to smash the king of Jibei and cause him to suffer huge losses. This opportunity is a rare opportunity, I hope your Majesty will not miss it." When the empress heard this, her eyes brightened. "Qing, tell me your method quickly." Lin Beifan said with a smile, "Your Majesty, first of all, we will notify the king of Jibei in the name of protecting the prince's safety, and let him send someone over to take the prince back. If something happens to the prince, it's their poor protection, and we can't blame our court." On the head. The empress smiled and nodded. "That's right. Second, we bid farewell to the prince with great fanfare. First, we can show the mighty kindness of the emperor, and secondly, we will let the whole world know that the prince is in the capital and is ready to return to northern Hebei." "Qing, why is this?" The empress was puzzled. "Your Majesty, because there are too many people who want to kill the prince, now is the best time." Lin Beifan smiled confidently. "For example, several brothers of the prince, each of whom has ambitions, they want the other to die. If they don't die, how can they have a chance? There are other vassal kings, ambitious people, and other dynasties that are eyeing tigers. I also wish that the prince died, so I can fish in troubled waters." The queen's eyes lit up. "I know, you are using a knife to kill. Your Majesty Shengming." Lin Beifan smiled and said, "In this way, when the whole world knows that the prince has left the capital, all forces will inevitably send experts to assassinate him. In order to protect his son, the king of Jibei also had to send troops and experts. Go protect. King of Jibei, if a person faces the hunting and killing of various forces, he will inevitably lose his troops and lose his generals, and the losses will be huge." Lin Beifan smiled smugly. "In the end, no matter who wins or loses, it has nothing to do with my court. Our court can avoid all kinds of losses, and we can sit back and watch tigers fight with peace of mind. Your Majesty, is this plan feasible?" Civil and military officials looked at Lin Beifan in shock. They could think of such a sinister plan. Pull everyone in the world into the game and use everyone's sword to kill the king of Jibei. Not hurting himself, but also letting the king of Jibei lose his troops and lose his generals. So insidious. So vicious. In the future, you must stay away from this little yin. Don't be fooled by him. Wonderful, it's really wonderful." The empress stroked her palm and laughed. "I really can't think of a better way than this. At critical moments, Lin Qing will never let me down. Thank you for the praise, Your Majesty, I am ashamed to be worthy of it." Lin Beifan laughed. Qing's, do you have any other comments? The officials looked at each other in dismay, and said in unison, the ministers have no opinion. Okay. Let's do it this way. The empress said loudly. In addition, dear gentlemen, this matter must not be leaked. Those who violate the order will be killed without mercy. I don't dare to wait. Baiguan was frightened. Your Majesty, it's okay to leak it, because this is an upright conspiracy, and the king of Jibei doesn't want to accept it, unless he doesn't want this son. Lin Beifan smiled proudly. Baiguan secretly spit. You little bitch. Mainly to protect Lin Qing. The queen's face became serious. You proposed this plan, and the king of Jibei will definitely not let you go. Therefore, I ordered all officials to shut up, so that the trouble will not be found on you. Lin Beifan's heart felt warm. Although he doesn't need it, he has even found a way to fool King Jibei. But the queen's move was too sweet and heartwarming. Then, my heart was filled with guilt. He did so many greedy things and deceived the king behind his majesty's back, but his majesty treated him so well. Looking up, looking at the beautiful face of the empress, Lin Beifan secretly said, Your Majesty, Wei Chen has disappointed you. It's not that Wei Chen doesn't want to be loyal to you, it's that the system forces you to be a prostitute. So, blame it on you. Not my business. System. AA. Lin Qing, come forward and listen to the seal. At this moment, the voice of the empress rang in his ears. I'm here. Lin Beifan took a step forward. Because of Lin Qing's brilliant plan, it not only solved the dilemma of the court and avoided huge losses, but also caused the king of Jibei to lose his troops. The credit is huge. Therefore, I will reward you now. 1,000 taels of gold, and 1,000 taels of silver. 10 deep-sea pearls. Top 10 purple jade. 1 purple golden sword. ... There is usually no reason to have luxurious rewards. Now finally found a reason, the empress has to reward Lin Beifan to death, let him know what the emperor's grace is. In the end, Lin Beifan became numb, and so did Baiguan. Only the empress is cool from beginning to end. Shenhao's demeanor is on display. I can see that Lin Beifan thinks that he is a small anchor, and he has met the big brother of the heroic list. The empress looked at Lin Beifan's handsome face, full of admiration, and encouraged, Lin Qing, keep working hard. You have done too little credit now, if you make another great contribution, I will give you an official promotion and reward you with fertile land. Baiguan's envious eyes turned red again. For these officials, the most important resource is the official position, and the second is the land. Official position means greater power, and the greater the power, the more things you get. And the land. This is a feudal land society, do you think the importance of land is not important? Having land means that you can become a big landlord, and even if you are not an official in the future, you can still live a life without food and clothing. And this land can also be passed down from generation to generation, making the family prosperous. Thank you Lord Long, Lin Beifan said loudly. Chapter 99 Don and Amp, number 039, T seek longevity, Don and Amp, number 039, T want to become an immortal, just want to saint. After returning, Lin Beifan told Mo Rushwang about this. After my hard work and persuasion, plus the money to open the way, Her Majesty the Empress finally relented and was willing to let the prince come out. Go back and tell the prince, and let him settle the balance. Mo Rushwang was very happy. Thank you, son. Happy to go back and write a letter to report the matter. Soon after, the prince who was far away in northern Hebei received a letter from Mo Rushwang, and also received a reply from the court. Tell him that the prince is released, and let him send someone over to take the prince back. The prince was overjoyed. Lin Beifan really did it. I heard Rushwang say that after he got the money, he only went to the morning court once, and he got things done right away. What a talent. Congratulations, Your Highness. Hexy Your Highness. The eldest son is safe, and a unicorn talent has been harvested. Mr. Zug immediately congratulated. Ha ha. The prince laughed, very happy. After laughing, he continued to look at the letter from the court and frowned. It just makes this king wonder why the court asked this king to send someone to take back the prince. Is there any fraud? Mr. Zug looked at the letter, stroked his beard and said with a smile, according to the letter, the court is now worried about internal and external troubles, and there is really no way to send troops to protect the prince, and I don't want to tear your face with the prince, so I have to release the prince. However, the 10-point status of the prince may be targeted by those who are interested. If something bad happens, it will be bad. It is not good for the prince, and it is not good for the court. Therefore, The court asked us to send someone over to pick him up, which is understandable. The prince nodded. What the strategist said is very true. Furthermore, this matter has almost been announced to the world, and the imperial court will definitely not slap him. Mr. Zheng said with a smile, "My lord, you can send a master to set off and take back the prince, just around the corner." "Okay." The lord said loudly, "Now I will send my masters and soldiers to the capital to pick up Ja. In addition, Lin Beifan has done a great job of saving people, and he will send the rest of the money to him." "Your Highness is wise," Mr. Zheng said with a smile. So, the lord immediately dispatched his masters and horses to take back the prince. There were not many people sent, less than 100 people, but many of them were masters, and there were 2 congenital talents. In addition, there are many masters who have long rushed to the capital to rescue the prince, but they have not shown up at all and are secretly protecting them. This power is considered a luxury to protect a person. On the day of the pickup, the momentum was huge and the crowd was huge. The empress directly ordered a high-ranking official to take her place and see off the prince. At the same time, he also sent many treasures for the prince to bring back to the prince to show the emperor's grace. It can be said that the empress has done all the etiquette that she should have, so that no one can fault it. In this way, the prince came back with a reward, and it really seemed as if he had come to the capital to play around. Even the prince couldn't believe that he was released so smoothly without being harassed by the court. However, less than a day after leaving the capital, the prince was assassinated. Because the masters around the prince were like clouds, the other party did not succeed and could only escape in defeat. However, the Shizi team also lost more than a dozen people. On the second day, he was assassinated again. This time the comers are even more ferocious, dozens of acquired powerhouses, and one innate. But it still failed, leaving a pile of corpses to leave. On the third day, there was another assassination. This time, there are more powerhouses, and there are even 3 Shantian. It is said that there are people who have released a reward list on the black market, offering a reward of 500,000 silver to the head of the prince. This is incredible. 500,000 silver is a huge sum of money. Enough to feed a small army. The wages of avarice is death. Many madmen put on masks and joined the team to hunt down the prince. Assassinations are getting more and more frequent and more brutal. All kinds of indiscriminate means have been used, such as setting traps, poisoning, etc., all pervasive. After all, the strength of the escort team was limited. Under this wave of assassinations, they finally couldn't bear it anymore and asked the prince for help. The prince received the information and immediately dispatched troops and strong men to rescue him. There was a protracted struggle between the 2 sides. Bloody storms all the way, corpses everywhere. I heard that later, when the prince returned to northern Hebei, he lost 2,000 elite troops, hundreds of the acquired strong people died, and even the innate strong people lost 1, which is really a heavy loss. He lost money and lost people and horses, but he didn't catch anything, and the prince was very angry. I put the prince who brought this loss into confinement and reflected on it. Don't go out without his permission. However, all this Lin Beifan can't see. He is now smiling and counting the silver notes he got from the prince. A total of 1.5 million, no more than 1 point. The king of Jibei is really a big fat sheep. I just said a few words in the court, and I made this money. It's too easy. I can find more in the future. A little chance. The bad water in his stomach gurgled out. Let's see if we can find another chance and slap the king of Jibei hard. At this moment, a white shadow appeared silently in front of him. Lin Beifan has become accustomed to the other party's elusiveness, and said very calmly, "You are here." Bai Qingshan looked at the silver note in Lin Beifan's hand, and said speechlessly, "You are really good, you can eat both ends. Not only did you get the reward of the empress, but also got a fortune from the king of Jibei. Corrupt officials deserve your share. It's timeless. Thank you for the compliment, I deserve it." Lin Beifan smugly. "I've always had a question." "Excuse me," Bai Qingshan said lightly, "I heard that the prince was captured by a strange powerhouse and thrown into the hook, so his identity was revealed. Did you do this?" Lin Beifan pointed at his nose in shock. "Bai Guanyin, I'm the new champion of the dignified division, and I am the imperial supervisor. How could I do such a wicked thing?" Bai Qing said leisurely, "Have you done a lot of wicked things?" Lin Beifan. "Breaking the law, deceiving the saints, openly soliciting bribes, using power for personal gain. I can just name one, and it's all a brainless thing." Lin Beifan. Bai Qingshan stared at Lin Beifan, although he couldn't see clearly due to the mist, but he seemed to be smiling. My new champion in Gujiji and Ca, do you need me to list them one by one? No need, just keep these things rotten in your heart. Although I bribe and pervert the law, deceive the Holy Spirit, openly solicit bribes, and use power for personal gain, but I am a good person. Lin Beifan said with a pious face, although I am in the dark, my heart is open to the light. I agree with this very much. Bai Qingshan nodded. Right, Lin Beifan smiled. Although the heart is dark, the means are not very bright. Lin Beifan, I can see it, are you here to depress me? Lin Beifan said gloomily. Bai Qingshan shook his head, absolutely not. I was just bored and wanted to find someone to chat with, so I came here. By the way, I am depressed for you. Seeing that you are not happy, I feel much more comfortable. Lin Beifan. At this time, Bai Qingshan took the silver note from Lin Beifan's hand. After the chat, I went back and took the money. After speaking, the person disappeared, and it really came and went in a hurry. Lin Beifan is very puzzled, are all masters like this? At this time, in the palace, Lin Beifan's 1,500,000 taels of silver notes had already arrived in the hands of the empress. The empress was very happy, a diaresis a. This Lin Iching is really a great talent. In the case of safeguarding the interests of the imperial court, not only did he steal 1.5 million taels from the king of Jibei, but he also damaged the opponent's army and lost his generals. He is indeed a talented person. Bai Qingshan said with admiration, fortunately, such a person has good intentions and self-discipline. Otherwise, for the world, it will definitely lead to the loss of life and the people's livelihood. The empress nodded in agreement. Sister Qingshan, you are right. Such a talent, if he has good thoughts in his heart, will surely benefit the world. If he has evil thoughts in his heart, cholera will be born, and no one can stop him. Fortunately, he is my people. The queen is very happy. Over the years, one of the most proud things she has done is to discover the talent of Lin Beifan and use it for her own use. A lot has changed since I had him. The matter of Doraland was easily resolved. The control of the court has become stronger, and the civil and military officials do not dare to be so presumptuous. They were afraid that Lin Beifan would find a chance to kill them, or take revenge on their children. The most important thing is to hide strength and develop rapidly. With these 1.5 million taels, my development has been faster and my strength has become stronger. Under this situation, the king of Jibei has lost a group of elite troops, and also lost a lot of silver, and his strength has been greatly reduced. The empress smiled proudly. Uncle, I won this round. Since the empress was in a very good mood, she gave Lin Beifan another round of rewards in the early morning of the second day. Godly breath, once again revealed. Lin Beifan's whole body is numb, and Baiguan is also numb. How many times has this been? Why is the frequency so high recently? Is your majesty crazy? Your majesty, stop it, don't give any more rewards. Lin Beifan was extremely frightened. Iching, don't worry about it, I can still give you a round. The empress said very proudly. Your majesty, the house really can't hold it. Then I will reward you with a yard. The empress was very forthright. No, your majesty. If your majesty insists on rewarding Wei Chen, then give Wei Chen a few days off. Wei Chen wants to rest for a few days. The empress asked with concern, rest? Is Iching ill? Lin Beifan shook his head and said shyly, no, your majesty. After the holiday, Wei Chen doesn't have to go to court, and his majesty can reward him a little less. Civil and military officials suddenly felt a breath of Versailles coming. Body and mind are deeply hurt. After getting the empress' 3-day vacation, Lin Beifan happily slipped back. There were very few entertainment items in ancient times, so Lin Beifan planned to take his family to visit Leiyin Temple outside the city for a short trip. I heard that the scenery there is good, the clouds and mists are rolling and the mist is covered, like a fairyland. Climbing high and looking into the distance, you can also see the capital in your eyes. Chapter 100 Isn't Dharma just fudge? See who can fool who. The entourage, Li Shishi, Mo Rushuang, Xiaojunju, Guo Xiaoshuai, Dali and Xiaoqui. It is rare for everyone to be so elegant, so they all came. When I came to the top of Leiyin Mountain, I saw a sea of fog and clouds, as if I had stepped into a fairyland. In the distance, the capital city was bathed in thick fog, appearing and disappearing from time to time, like a fairy city. Lin Beifan became poetic and immediately recited. Bai Yujing in the sky, 5 cities on the 15th floor. The immortal touches my top, and the hair grows. Good poem. Li Shishi walked over with a smile. Husband, this poem skillfully combines the distant capital with the immortal city in the sky, and also combines your romantic pursuit, husband, with the immortals in the sky. The fairy spirit is ethereal, the virtual and the real are blended, and it is full of romantic poetry and painting. It's really a good poem. The son has a good literary talent. Mo Rushuang said with adoration. She admired two kinds of people most in her life. One is better in martial arts than her, and the other is better in literary talent than her. Among them, people with good literary talent are more appreciated. Because having a good literary talent means having the ability to help the world and save the people. Humph. This guy is pretending again, but the poems he wrote are really good. The little princess said in different voices, secretly writing down the poem and using it to pretend to be coercive another day. The daily life of the little princess is so unpretentious and boring. At this time, Mo Rushuang said, "Young Master Lin, this poem is so beautiful, why don't you keep it, otherwise it would be a pity." The literati in this world, once they have made good poems, like to engrave them on stones. This can also be regarded as an alternative name left in the history of the Qing dynasty, and it will last forever. Lin Beifan smiled lightly. All right. Mo Rushuang grabbed the sword in his hand, flew over the eaves and walked to the wall. A flash of sword and sword shadows, and left 083 on the stone wall with the sword to write this poem. At the same time, do not forget to leave the name of Lin Beifan. Baiyujing in the sky, 5 cities on the 15th floor. Immortals caress my top and bear longevity. Li Shishi sighed. Look at it again, it's still so amazing. Maybe only a poet can make such poems. Husband, sometimes I really doubt that you are an immortal in the sky, who came down to save the common people. After completing the task, you will go back. At this moment, Lin Beifan grabbed Li Shishi's hand tightly. Master, you are wrong. In my life, I don't seek longevity or immortality, I just want to be with you in the world. Husband, Li Shishi was extremely moved. Do not seek longevity, do not become immortals, but only wish to stay with you in the world. This is simply the most touching love story in the world. At this moment, Li Shishi was sweet in his heart and gently touched Lin Beifan's body, his face full of happiness. At this moment, Mo Rushuang was full of envy, how much she longed for this sentence to be said to her. Although she is a Zhenghu woman, she also longs for such a romantic love. I long for the person in front of me to hold her hand, say touching love words, and stay together for a lifetime. At this moment, the little princess also had a sour feeling in her heart, for some reason. Not far away, Guo Xiaoshuai, who was guarding, saw this scene, and his eyes were red with envy. If I have such a superb ability to pretend, I will definitely have a lot of targets. Dolly, who was sitting next to him, slammed. You'd better save it, it might be easier to change your face. Guo Xiaoshuai. After enjoying the mountain view, everyone moved on. Not far ahead is Leiyin Temple. Leiyin Temple is a very famous temple in our place. On weekdays, the incense is very popular. I heard that making a wish in it is very effective. When you come to Leiyin Mountain, it would be a pity if you don't go to Leiyin Temple. Let's go inside and have a stick of incense and ask for a signature. Everyone laughed and walked into the temple. Although the incense is usually at its peak, it may be that they came at the wrong time, and no one was seen at this time. There was only a 15 or 16-year-old young monk sitting in front of the Buddha statue, chanting sutras. When the other party saw someone coming in, he looked dazed. This was the first time he had seen so many beautiful girls. Lin Beifan walked over with a smile. Little monk, your Buddha's heart is not pure. You must know that form is emptiness, and emptiness is form. These people should be pink and pink skeletons in your eyes, and you shouldn't look at them differently. Sin is a sin. The donor is very right, the little monk has a photo. The other party immediately put his hands together and bowed his head. Donors, burn incense or ask for a sign. The little monk asked. All. Lin Beifan put some money into the merit box and took 3 incense sticks from Xiao Shani's hand. Lin Beifan doesn't believe in Buddhism, but he's here, so he's got a little bit of fun. Otherwise, wouldn't it be in vain? After burning the incense, Lin Beifan picked up the lottery and shook it. After a while, a sign fell out. Then handed it over to the little monk and asked him to help unravel the sign. Donor, it's a sign. The little monk explained with the sign. This sign says that when the donor will come down to earth, he will be responsible for saving the world. But the road ahead is very bumpy, and there will be 9 deaths. I hope the donor will be more careful. Husband. Son. ... Everyone looked at Lin Beifan worriedly. Only Lin Beifan remained calm. Little master, is what you said true? Monks don't lie. The little monk's face was serious. Lin Beifan was still very calm, grabbed the lottery once again, and shook it. Donor, what are you doing? The little monk was puzzled. Lin Beifan murmured, fate is in your own hands. Little monk. In less than a moment, another sign came out. Master, read it again. The little monk's face was full of entanglement. This is the sign on the board. It said that you will be very peaceful, and if you are in a bad situation, you will turn into good luck, and if you die, you will become auspicious. Lin Beifan smiled proudly. Look, didn't I change my life against the sky? Little monk. PFF'd. The little monk's heart is full of speechless. I have met countless people, and have interpreted the signatures for countless donors, but I have never seen such an unreasonable play. Almost broke his Buddha's heart. At this time, Lin Beifan said with a smile, let's try it out, everyone, look how effective this signature is. If it doesn't work, you can shake it again to ensure it works. Everyone excitedly lined up, ready to give it a try, only the little monk was even more speechless. Donor, you can't do this, how can you draw lots like this? As the saying goes, Buddha saves people who are destined to yuan. I have given Buddha so many silver dollars, can't I ask Buddha to draw me a few more times? Lin Beifan said righteously. The little monk was dumbfounded. Is there such an explanation for this dharma? After studying Buddhism for so many years, I feel like I have learned it for nothing. At this time, the little county master shook out a sign and handed it to the little monk. Little master, help me take a look, how is my situation? The little monk put his hands together. Amitabha. This benefactor, what do you want to ask? The little princess tilted his head, frowned and said, I don't seem to have anything to ask, so let's ask questions about my body. I don't know why recently, but I always feel a loss of appetite and can't eat anything. Lin Beifan, who was standing next to him, thought for a while, and said, Little princess, are you tired? Little princess. It was Guo Xiaoshuai's turn. This guy was still a little shy, and asked with a stammer, Little master, I want to get married. I want to know, when will I meet my woman? Where is she? Lin Beifan, who was standing next to the little monk, couldn't help but say, Young master, are you too demanding about gender? Guo Xiaoshuai. Huh, what do you mean? Lin Beifan said earnestly, every man thinks he likes a girl until he meets the right man. So I think you can let go and look for it, don't pick only women, men are fine too. Guo Xiaoshuai. It was Mo Rushwang's turn. The other party looked at Lin Beifan cautiously, Sha-Fei's cheeks, and said, Little master, I want to ask about marriage. Lin Beifan smiled and said, Rushwang, this is the wrong person. Our little master is a monk, how does he know about love and love? The little monk was a little dissatisfied. Donor, although the little monk is a monk, he has a little understanding of human love. Lin Beifan smiled softly, how is that possible? If you have a woman, you would be willing to go home. Since you don't even have a woman, how can you possibly understand love? Little monk. It really makes sense TMD. I don't know why, but the little monk always felt a little pricked after hearing this. Let him have the urge to burst into tears. Rushwang, let me show you. Lin Beifan shook his hand and took the signature from Mo Rushwang's hand. As a result, I saw a line of words, Shuangmu knows it with one heart, and it is fate to meet each other. Then silently handed it over to the little monk. Little master, it's up to you to solve it, I have left beforehand. Slip away. The little monk took the sign and said, Shuangmu knows it with one heart. This sentence represents the word, thinking, which means that the person you think about all the time, that is, your wishful husband, has 2 wooden characters in his name. The other party already knows your intentions. The last sentence shows that you have a fate to meet. This fate can actually be understood as yuan, which means silver dollar, and gold dollar, which means money. That is to say, the 2 of you know each other because of money. Yes, and then together. Mo Rushwang's heart jumped up suddenly. This signature, so accurate. There are 2 wooden characters in the name, doesn't it mean, forest? The son's surname is Lin, and he is exactly the person he has been thinking about. Later, it was said that Fate Yuan could meet each other, and the 2 really became attached to each other again because of Fate Yuan. After the money in her hand, it was nearly 20,000. There may be more in the future. So, my son and I will be together in the future. Mo Rushuang suddenly felt so happy. Hurry up and be shy again. Just now, young Master Lin clearly saw through the meaning of the signature, so he sneaked away. In other words, the other party fully knew her intentions. Oops, what's next? How to face the sun? So embarrassing to say. At this time, everyone basically finished worshipping the Buddha and visiting the temple, and planned to go home. But at this moment, Amitabha, a loud voice resounded in the ears of everyone. Immediately afterwards, Lin Beifan only felt a gust of breeze passing by, and an old monk with a wrinkled face and cloudy eyes appeared in front of him, his hands folded and his face full of compassion. Donor, you have a root of wisdom, and you have a predestined relationship with the Buddha. Thank you for watching. Continue exploring the fascinating world of Chinese novel with us. Hit that subscribe button on Chinese Novel Audiobook to stay updated with our latest stories and never miss out a great listen.